Hello, hello, hello to you warships degenerates. Totally kidding. How are all you undead and folks doing out there? Welcome to the stream. As always, I am the resident dweller of the underworld, Dark Anubis, coming at you guys. Let me turn this down just a little bit more. How are you all? How are you doing? For all of my warships fanatics out there, are you guys okay? Are you going into withdrawal? Don't worry. I got at least a little bit of content for y'all. It could be Boom Beach, could be Clash of Clans, could be just me sitting here talking to y'all. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I figured I'd put a stream out there because Warships is gone for 2 weeks. So, I know some of y'all are feeling a little bit hurt. Some of y'all maybe not able to talk to each other because, you know, you don't have streams going on with Mr. Skull Crusher and OP and all the other gentlemen and ladies out there doing their stuff. So, of course, the resident dweller of the underworld is here for you all. I am here to take you in, talk to you. Y'all can vent to me, tell me your feelings and all that good stuff. But first off, gotta talk to y'all. Of course, welcome to Mr. Ben, the very first commenter of the stream. How are you doing? Mr. Daniel Matheson, Ron Howard, how are you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. Mr. Ryan J, the mythical, the magical man himself, the man who bleeds the Boom Beach. Mr. Ray Azteca, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Wonderful to see you. Mr. Blazebeard, who does not like Clash of Clans. I'm sorry. But, you know, we play a lot of different games here, man. But we're here for you, Mr. Blazebeard. Hopefully you enjoy just the content regardless because it's, you know, me giving it to you in whatever extent that may mean to you. So, I also see a Mr. Poison. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing, sir? Glad you can make it. I know it's a little bit late overseas for some of you folks, so I'm glad you're able to stop on by, good sir. Mr. Bossman45, how are you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. I gotta still put my supernova. Make sure you put those exclamation point supernovas in the chat for, of course, the wonderful task force / clan that we have created and many Supercell games. So, Andre44, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Did I miss your first message? I do apologize if I did. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I see a bored as F in the chat. Andre saying 2 weeks, question mark. From my understanding, it was put out that it would be 2 weeks of a vacation from Warships. So that is what I've heard, unless someone heard something differently, but I do believe that is the case. It's Sugar. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? So yeah, like I said, today's video really isn't about anything. We're going to show off different stuff, possibly. Maybe some Boom Beach stuff, maybe some Clash of Clans stuff. We're definitely going to be starting off with Clash of Clans. I know a lot of you guys are from the Boom Beach community, so it may maybe not be your, you know, particular taste, but stick on around if you'd like to. There are definitely people to chat with in chat, myself. And it'll be kind of like a little bit of a talk. Q&A maybe, if you guys will have questions, want to ask me stuff, my thoughts on certain things. I thought what OP and some of those other gentlemen did the other day about the Boom Pass stuff was really good. So I have my own thoughts on the whole thing, although, you know, I feel like it's better for the game. So we can talk about that as well. So I don't know. We're just here. Mr. Mike Wells, out on a bike ride. Hopefully you are staying safe out there, sir. And hopefully you can enjoy the sweet sustenance that is my voice. I'm totally kidding, but Mr. Treeman, I see you in chat. How are you doing? Mr. Treeman, it is also late for you. I know that. So welcome to the stream. Glad you could stop on by. I know it is late by you guys. Alrighty. So what's today consistent of? I have no idea, as I've already stated. I did let some of my clanmates know in Clash of Clans if they wanted to hit live on stream, we'd watch them. So for any of you gentlemen that are in stream, or I'll message it in game real quick. If you guys want to do hits live on stream, we can talk about it. So why not? I did see your holiday thing. I don't know why I deleted your message, Treeman. The bots are stupid. I thought I fixed that problem, but I guess not. Alrighty, let's switch on over. Are we still at stream start screen or am I lagging? No, we're still at starting stream screen. Here we go, Sugar. Sorry. I gotta say hello to everybody first. I know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little bit slow. You know, what can I do for y'all? myself. So hopefully you guys heard that audio in that transition. Huge shout out, of course, always to our brother from another mother from Portugal himself, Mr. Tiago Rookie, for that amazing transition. I know he's working on a lot of different stuff for people, so I appreciate him for helping a little guy like me out. So yes, sugar. Courtesy of Mr. Tiago Rookie doing his amazing work. Okay. So yeah, that's, like I said, folks, that is the plan today. We might just sit here and stare at each other. I don't really know. So here we are. For anybody who doesn't know what Clash of Clans is, it's very similar to Boom Beach. Some aspects similar, some aspects differently. They are leaves from the same tree in some extent, I suppose. Maybe not from the same branch. I don't know. Is that the right analogy? Maybe not, but tactical game of sorts. I've kind of been grinding it like crazy. I've been on a little bit of a kick for the Clash of Clans this last month and a half. Although we've definitely been keeping track of Boom Beach and all that news and everything of that nature. So, especially once the new update comes out for the 10-year anniversary, we are going to be diving back into that because, like I said, I'm excited to see what Boom Beach is going to do for the future. I think they're starting to get or I shouldn't say very, but more involved into the game and making sure that it stays alive and all that stuff. So, Boy says my lasers would wreck that base. That's a good one. I love that. I want to participate in Clan Wars so bad, but heroes are down. Ooh, unfortunate, Mr. Treeman. Actually, it's funny that Mr. Treeman brings that up. I'm going to do a video at some point talking about similarities and differences in Boom Beach and Clash of Clans, since I have had a decent amount with both of them. I guess the goods and the bads. And like I said, they are different games at the end of the day, but I feel like they both take inspiration from each other, and I think they both could learn from each other, to be honest. So I think it's something that I'd like to talk about a little bit more. He sure did, sugar. Roy is addicted to this game too. He's been fun to play with and not like that. I know he's in Sugar Ship and Boom Beach, so I don't get to interact with him much, so it's been nice to be able to interact in Clash of Clans. So Lolo TV, why did I say TV? Lolo YT, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. You've been in the stream a few times, Lolo. I don't know much about you because I don't feel like I've seen you too much in other people's chats. I do see you are possibly join at your own risk, so welcome to the stream. So yeah, let's hold on one second. I just realized something is not right here. I can't hear, and I don't know if that's on my end. And I don't like the quietness of it all, so. I guess it's just a quiet game. Poison saying hello to everybody out there on the YouTube chat. Rum cake is delicious, by the way. Alrighty. Ben, whenever you're ready, bud. Whenever anybody's ready. I know Mr. Cron Howard said he wanted to wait and save his hits. If you would like to hit during stream, please let me know. Or I will hopefully hear it happening in live on the game, so. Dark, start us up. Oh, you want me to start my hit? Man. I'm not ready. Lolo, Clash of Clans is another Supercell game that is similar but different from Boom Beach. It's a pretty fun game. I've enjoyed it. Like I said, it's not everybody's cup of tea, though. It is actually older than Boom Beach, surprisingly. Came out in 2012. You know what? I will do my hit. Screw it. Let's do it. Let me make sure I have the right troop combination here. And boy, are we starting off pissing me off with that ridiculousness. Come on. Wow. Alrighty. Already starting with the shenanigans. I think it's time for me to get a new cable. Which sucks because I didn't have this cable that long. But that's okay. That's why I think people play on their tablets that stream this stuff. Let me make sure we have all of our stuff. All right, this is gonna tick me off. Give me 1 second, folks, as I try to navigate this shenanigans. Mr. DQ, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? You could tell who's the Boom Beachers in the chat. Ryan, I'd use HCRC. I don't know. The air defenses in this game are pretty strong. They might give a run to the money of the HCs and the RCs. Mr. DQ, welcome to the stream, by the way. Is that a Falcor sighting in the chat? How are you doing, sir? We are doing. Is there anybody we want to hit before I hit? Well, you know what's funny, Ryan, is they don't have flares in this game. The one thing I can complain about this game. No flares for you. This be not a Clash stream or a Boom Beach stream, and I do apologize, I am eating, but this is just whatever the hell I want kind of stream, I guess. I don't have a particular thing going for me, I'm going to be honest with you. Waiting for me. Brawl Stars is another great game, Lolo. I've played it once in the past, maybe twice, but then I kind of just put it down. But I know there's a good community for it. Same thing with Clash Royale. That's my sneaky obsession that I don't ever stream or make content out of, but I have a couple accounts on that game too. I'm kind of a Supercell slave, to be honest. Play spear. It's too soon, man. Don't talk about it. What am I eating? Ryan, I'm eating the delicious delicacy that is McDonald's. I'm just kidding. It's terrible, but I needed a quick food tonight. Whatever surface this game is played on. Mike Wells, you have a wonderful rest of your bike ride, sir. I never got the chance to play that game, Falcor. I wish I did. I heard it was a good game. I think that would have been. I think that was a cool idea for them to kind of make a little Boom Beach universe. You know, much like how the Clash universe has its own stuff. No fast food. Like I said, I'm not particularly into fast food, but it is easiest, you know. But yeah, as Persephone says, she's been cooking. That's the only complaint I have, Lolo, about these games. Although, understandably, they're trying to make money for being a game. But yeah, there's so many microtransactions in these games, and it's just kind of ridiculous. Alright, screw it. I'll go first. Today, we're going to attack our opposite, which is going to be number 11. And I have no idea how this is going to go, but we're going to try it out. Actually, I might need to change something. I'm going to start Queen over here by the Builder Hut. I'm going to throw a Flame Flinger. I guess we'll throw a Flame Flinger over here. Throw the Flame Flinger over here. Or... Scratch all of what I said. We're going to use a log launcher. That's what we're going to do. It was such a shame the way the game ended, but you know, it is what it is. You have to get them next year. I'm telling you, any Supercell games are pricey if you put money into them. Boom Beach, I'd say, is probably the cheapest game, to be honest. Mr. Flint, Michigan, welcome to the stream, sir. Always appreciate it. And it is okay, folks. If you are busy with your day, just stopping by, saying hello, liking that stream does so much more than you think it does. Mad appreciation to Mr. Flint, who basically stops in everybody's and here we have a Mr. Eskimo Jr. And if anybody doesn't know who that is Mr. Daniel Matheson in chat, or Ben, or the 50 million other names that he's known by. But starting us off with his attack. He's going to be going with Mass Hogs here for the most part. Although he has some stuff going on with healers. I'm curious to see how that works out. Pulling out that Clan Castle troops defending. Going to be taking them out with Wizards. Doing a fairly good job at it. And then he'll be starting his king off. He's doing a little bit of a king walk. Dropping a giant. Going to be breaking in, hopefully. And he does break in successfully. And honestly, with a base like this, he's probably good to just drop his hogs whenever. The big thing with hog attacks is always going to be making sure you drop down the heals in proper places, specifically where there's a ton of splash, or when they hit those giant bombs. So maybe a little early on the first heals. I would have dropped it maybe by the wizard towers and the mortars there, but doing okay thus far. This is going to be a real simple hit by him, but Mr. DQ, this game is very similar in a sense to Boom Beach, except unlike one building that matters in Boom Beach, which is the headquarters, every building has some type of weight in this game. The Town Hall giving it an exactly 1 star, but you have to get everything else to fully get the 3 stars from it. Now you can just grab the resources off of storages and production buildings and just fail to hit or whatever the case is, but if you're like me, who's kind of a perfectionist, you always want to try to get the 3 star. And yeah, each troop has different combinations, or different, I shouldn't say abilities, but things that they do about them. Hells, some are tanks, some are DPS troops, all that stuff. Like I said, a similar feel to Boom Beach, but different at the same time. And nicely done to Mr. Eskimo for that perfect hit on our opponents. Wars are what I imagine. They're no, wars are different. There is nothing in wars, and this is actually something that I think would be nice in Boom Beach for them to implement. I don't know that wars could ever work, but maybe a task force versus task force in operations or something like that. Because we don't have anything in Boom Beach that's similar to wars, which is like a PvP type feeling to it, I guess you can say. But yeah, cool nonetheless. Mr. Treeman, you have a wonderful night. And my recommended target is 11, but I'm gonna, or 10, but I'm just gonna attack 11. And I think we're gonna go to the log launcher instead here. Although, problematically, there's a clan castle. I think that's the play, though. Clan capital style. How would you implement that in Boom Beach, though, Kron? Lolo, exactly. So I would love if they would make that like a actual gameplay mechanic. I know there's the tournament that's done. I don't know too much about it. I do apologize, but I do know that you guys do the League of Boomers. There you go. So I wish they would. I wish the developers would see that, because I hear it's such a great tournament, and kind of implement that in their own way into their game, because they definitely could. I mean, clearly there's the ability to. You know, I know their cop out a lot of the times is, why is my analytics not coming up? I know their cop out a lot of the times is that's kind of weird. That it's such an old game, but honestly, Clash of Clans is older than it, you know? And they did a facelift to Clash of Clans. Now I know they might not be on the same engine or the servers that they use, whatever the case is, which is understandable. I feel like it's time for them to give a little love to Boom Beach, though. I think that would be a great idea, Kron. It'd be a little bit hard because I feel like there's not nearly as many troops to implement, but I would be down with that. Start off with like riflemen, and then the next one would be heavies, and then Zukas, and therefore on. And maybe they could bring out new troops in that way, sensor form. This game, Tigers, is pretty much, in some ways, a more polished version of Boom Beach. You build a base, you train troops, and you attack those troops to hit up bases. Now, the big difference I'll say with base attacking, of course, is with Boom Beach, there's only one building that matters. You could destroy 99% of other buildings, but if you don't get down the headquarters, then you lose your attack. Here, all you need to do is do one of two things. You need to take down the town hall, or you need to take down 50% of the base for it to be considered a victory. Now, if you want to go for 3 stars, you got to take out everything in this game. But a lot of people will just farm in this game to upgrade, you know, whatever they want to upgrade, and not even worried about the victory, because you can still take resources even if you don't beat the base. And I hope that kind of gives you a rundown of what it is in some way, shape, or form. Oh, for sure, Lolo. Of course, it's definitely making money. It's probably just not making the money they'd want it to, especially when they have games like Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, even Brawl Stars that are probably making them, if I had to give a guesstimate, like 5 times more money than what Boom Beach ever is. The stars are basically, in this aspect, they're the amount of a base that it's taken down, more or less. So, for instance, because this person didn't get 100%, they got 2 stars. Because they destroyed the whole base, they got 3 stars, and so on and so forth. Did I miss your hit, Falcor? Okay, did I miss your hit? I'm gonna miss your hit, Falcor. Why didn't you do it live on stream? But yeah, the stars are not like VP. You have VP in this game. The VP in this game is called trophies, Tigers. Trophies. The way that you control troops, Flint, is by funneling. Although there's also a recall spell that works differently than flares do, but it's still a fun way to attack. That's a big thing, though. I thought the same way you did, Flint, when I first started playing this game. I was like, well, you can't flare stuff, so clearly it's not a skilled attack. But you'll see, probably with my hit today, that what you do on those attacks and how you indirectly control your troops can make or break your attacks, which in my opinion evolves its own set of skills to be able to do well. Kronhauer explained it perfectly with the star system. You ready to go again? Feel free to. Kron, Falcor, Bossman, I know you're here. Treeman Heroes for here for a little bit. If anybody wants to attack, feel free to. Because if you guys don't do it, I'm going to do it. But, you know, it is what it is. You'll see here, Flint, some of these hits that I'll be showing live will kind of show off a little bit more what these do, in a sense. Or how it can matter. Pick a base. Falcor, man, come on, bud. Why'd you go for 4? Was that your opposite? You attack low. Go for 3. Or hold on. How do you feel about 2? Could you do 2, Falcor? Two or 3 is what I'm going to tell you to go for. You're good, Kron. I'm just messing with you, bud. Yeah, that's basically what it means. It's the same thing as a victory or defeat in Boom Beach Tigers. It's just all buildings have some type of weight that matter in Clash of Clans, as compared to Boom Beach, where one building matters. That's all. As long as you get the headquarters down, nothing else matters. Can you get to? Come on, I have faith in you, Falcor. You're a strong hitter. Don't sell yourself short. Clutch up, sir. You're our number 2. You gotta hit their number 2. Otherwise, Roy's gotta hit number 2. Exactly, and it's its own set of skill, Lolo. It's true. It's not easy by no means. Plenty of people can't do AZ hits in Boom Beach, but the case is, your headquarters could, or I'm sorry, your base could be as strong as you want, but as long as you can get a good enough hit, time your shocks perfectly right, and get the headquarters down, you defeat a base completely. It's not the same way in Clash. And honestly, if they were a little bit stricter with the way Clash gives victories and defeats, I think it would bring even more skill expression in this game. So it's funny because people say that this game is so offensively coordinated, or right now, orientated, so offensively orientated right now, because people are basically just 3-starring everybody. But the truth is, they've never played Boom Beach, where it's literally nothing but offense. I would never tell you to use defense in Boom Beach, not even a little bit. What does 11-3-2 mean? Are you referring to the numbers on top of the bases, Tigers? Sorry, I'm coughing and trying not to do it in. Ryan said he couldn't do this game? What? It's way too complicated. It's not, I promise, guys. This game is nothing different in most senses. So these bases are numbered based on their war weight, Tigers, which basically just means the difficulty of the base. So when I say TAC 2, I'm referring to this individual right here. And it's because Falcor, weight-wise, in our clan for this attack is also 2. So oftentimes in wars, you'll attack whoever the opposite person is from you, but sometimes you can have mismatches and it can be a little bit difficult. So when I use those numbers, I'm just referring to the person in whatever order that they are, because of course it's numbered in descending order. Mr. Tiago Rookie, welcome to the stream. How are you doing, sir? How is your off season going? Are you able to get more work done, do some cool stuff? I know you have some music stuff that's coming out, a stream sometime this week, correct? Poison said it best. If an 8-year-old can play, so can you. The kids play this game, believe it or not. It is a lot of information, though. I'm not going to lie to you guys. When I first started, it was a lot of information for me, and I've had to learn a lot, so. But as I'm saying that, let's watch Mr. Falcor himself take on number 2. His opponent, can he 3-star? Which usually doesn't matter, but in wars, every star counts because we are trying to be victorious. I see you over there, Only Me. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing, sir? Starting off with dropping a queen, going for a queen charge, using a baby dragon to cause the funnel, and he's got a balloon out. That balloon is basically just to seek out mines that may destroy his healers, because he's trying to do a queen walk / charge right now. He has dropped a log launcher, hopefully trying to take out the scatter shot and open up those walls to cause a funnel into the town hall and basically the core of the base. Have the CC troop, the super dragon, popping out which he's taking care of. Unfortunately, his healers are going down to that air defense. So this queen charge is going to be a little bit lacking right at the end. But he is coming in with a Lalo attack, which should be fun if he pulls it off properly. Is that his king that went down? No, that was his queen. Okay. Oh, his king went down too. When did his king go down? Oh, his queen's still up. His king is down. Dropping the Lalo attacks right now. So the Hellhounds, which are the frontal tanks, are going straight to those air defenses. It's kind of how their targeting system works. And he's just spreading out balloons that focus defenses primarily to wipe out this base. And it's not looking great currently. He really needs those balloons to go for that town hall that's just murking his troops. But it's not looking like he's going to get it. Luckily, he got the town hall down, so he's going to get the 2 stars regardless of how it ends. But he might be a little bit short of the 3 stars, unfortunately. He still does have his queen up, surprisingly. I'm surprised she's still up. And now it's up to the queen, who probably can't make this just based on time solely here. Not a bad showing. Unfortunately, just a little bit, the Lalo attack was a little messy there, but not too bad. Darky, I've made an intro, new Wheel of Warships, and yes, music's tomorrow night. So, folks, he did indeed fizzle Ryan. That is exactly, you are correct. This is the equivalent of fizzling. He did not make the 3 stars unless some magic happens here right now, which he might. I got cut out for some reason. Hold on. Maybe he didn't fizzle. Oh, sheesh. Damn! He did not fizzle there. Falcor made it right at the end. I was totally surprised. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I thought he didn't have that, but he clutched it up. Amazing hit, Mr. Falcor. Your queen went from what I thought was going to be dead to freaking owning that base and clutching it up. She clutched that hit like crazy. 5-year-old kid. Nope, I'm not. By the way, folks, if you guys don't know who Tiago Rookie is, he is a fellow boom tuber, and he makes music and does all kinds of other amazing things. He's doing a stream tomorrow night with some music, so make sure that you subscribe to his channel so that you can be made aware of when he goes live. He's also doing some amazing stuff for OP's streams that he's having this weekend. And that brings us to a good transition point. This weekend, we are doing our co-op. Now, that being said, I'm going to try to show my screen. Maybe I won't. It's probably a pain in the butt, and my computer's probably going to freeze. Hold on one second. So we're doing the co-op stream. Persephone and I this weekend. It'll be on Saturday at approximately 9:15 to 9:30ish, somewhere around that. And the game that won it, from my understanding, and I just want to double tap because it might have changed, but I'm pretty sure it didn't. The game that won it, at least as of now, unless something changes, but it probably won't, Overcooked 2 is the winner of the poll that we put out on stream almost 2 weeks ago, 10 days now. It was pretty close for a lot of this stuff, but Overcooked 2 finally took over. So Persephone and I are going to be doing that co-op. But wait, I don't want to say the exact details because things can change, and I don't want to put anybody I don't want to make promises on other people's parts. So, but there are going to be 2 individuals and possibly joining us for that stream. I'm not going to say who they are, but yes, it's going to be a 4-person because you can play up to 4 people with Overcooked. Trying to grab 2 people. They said they were down, but like I said, things can change. I know they're busy people in their lives, so but expect that on Saturday. It'll be Persephone, myself, and 2 surprise guests as long as everything pulls through. and it'll be a blast. Like I said, I think it'll be fun. It's a variety thing. Like I said, it's not Boom Beach, it's not Clash, but it's something that I think will be good. I think it'll be a fun time. I think it'll be a great dynamic with all of us, kind of different personalities that'll all kind of mash together. And we'll see if we can pull off the Overcooked gameplay. If you guys don't know what Overcooked is, I honestly don't know fully myself. It's played similarly to a lot of those cooking games where you have orders and stuff that you have to do. There's a story mode behind it. We're basically trying to fulfill orders and requests from people of a village or a town or a kingdom, from my understanding. And I think we're employed by the king or majesty of said place. So, but yeah, are they Boom Beach players? Tigers, I'll give you that much. They are indeed Boom Beach players. But that's about all your guys are going to get. So, it should be exciting. Like I said, I really hope that things work out. I have discussed it and talked to them, and they said they were down. So, but like I said, I know busy people, things happen. So, that's why I won't hold anything to anybody. So, and if that's something that they want to talk about on their... If they want to talk about that, then they can. So, anyway. So, yeah. Excited for that. Saturday, 9:15, 9:30ish, somewhere around that PM EST time. So, I would have asked you, Tiago, because I had people already in mind, and I was going to eventually ask the chats of like OP and all of them and all that stuff. I was gonna go into the Telegram groups and ask if people were interested in joining us. So luckily the people that I had asked said yes, but I was going to ask random people and see if people from even the Boom Beach community wanted to, because I was just down to play with people that of course I knew and that I thought would, you know, make it a good time and a fun time. So Mr. Knight, welcome to the stream. Sugar, I just talked about that our next co-op stream that Persephone and myself and 2 surprised guests possibly are going to be doing on Saturday, 9:15 to 9:30-ish not PST, EST, which will be Overcooked 2. It'll be Overcooked All You Can Eat, which is basically Overcooked 2, but something similar. Oh, did I miss something? What'd I miss? No, I didn't miss it, Falcor. I saw it full on. Go back in the stream. You'll see, Falcor. I already saw it. Oh, unless you're not talking to me. I saw it live on stream, though. If it involves food, I like. It does indeed involve food. It involves filling orders at a fast pace. It's a little bit stressful. And yeah, it's going to test our relationship / friendships with individuals, because I'm going to be honest, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. So I might get a little bit on people's butts when they don't do the right stuff, so... Only me. You are a clasher as well? Look at that. I appreciate that. Well, if you need a place to stay, Supernova is always open to all of you wonderful Boom Beachers. You guys can feel free to migrate, or if you have accounts that are already in Clash Clan, to come join us. Let's make a Boom Beach clan and take over the world of Clash. Are we making cake? We might very well be, Kron. I think cake is one of the recipes that can be made, ironically enough. Is it hard finding co-op games since you both play on Switch? 100%, Ryan. 100%. But we do find a lot of great games. That being said, and funny enough, this game is cross-platform. So the guests that'll be playing with us probably won't be playing on Switch. They'll be playing on their respective things, which I think will either be PC or console or whatever it is. So... it's always best if we ever play with more than just Persephone and I to find cross-platform games, because a lot of people don't own Switches, so... Is it easy to level up or hard to? For what exactly, Tigers? Cooking Mama. I don't know if I know that game. That sounds like a funny game, though. Cooking Mama on the Wii. Do I know that game? It might be a similar aspect of that. Now that I think about it. I'm gonna do my hit. What am I doing? Wasting time. That's what I'm doing. All right, let's do this real quick. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. And then if anybody else would like to hit, they can feel free to. I think I'm gonna do a log launcher. You also can use your clanmates' troops as additional help in this game, which I think is pretty cool. They could implement that in Boom Beach as well, kind of giving a more community aspect to it, if you ask me. That's what I think, at least. How did this go out? What did I do? I didn't even touch anything. Stupid game. Not stupid game, stupid cable. Alright, there we go. Alrighty. This isn't the one I want, is it? I think this one is. Yeah, so what we're going to do, or what we're going to try to do, I guess, is we're going to drop our log launcher, our queen, and some of our troops down here, and then we're going to drop our king and some of our troops down here. And we're going to hope to kind of just parallel this base all the way through. Is it going to work? I don't know. We'll find out, but that's the play. The new game will be Saturday, this Saturday, which is 24th. 9:15 to 9:30 EST, maybe 9, somewhere around that time. Between 9 and 9:30 EST. It's exactly like Boom Beach Tigers in that sense. You get stuff, you attack stuff, you build stuff. That's about it. Is it hard to do that? Not really. We're about to find out right now as I attack while talking to you guys and probably failing epically here, but we're going to do it anyway. Alrighty. And honestly, I don't know. Hold on one second. Bro, this cable is going to piss me off. And I'm wondering if this is the bad cable. Exactly. Exactly, Tiago. Alrighty. I have to do one last thing because I don't like the way this army looks. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take you guys out. And then we're going to put another witch in there. Put 2 witches in there. Put a couple boulders. A couple more rocks. And then I don't usually gem it, but we're live on stream, and I'm sure y'all don't want to wait for that, so. Nah, I like this. Alrighty, let's go. Leroy Jenkins. Oh, I did not mean to press that. It's all good. I'll make it work. Oh no. Are we back? And unfortunately, our troops thus far are not making the best plays right now. But we should still be okay, I think. Totally forgot to drop my bowlers early there. And I'm a little nervous about the 1-star here. Because my troops kind of circled around and did some dumb stuff. Oh, we are gonna fizzle here, folks. A terrible showing right there. Oh, I'm mad at myself. My troops did not do what they wanted to do. Or what I needed them to do. Unfortunate there. All good, though. We will redeem ourselves, actually. You know what? We're going to redeem ourselves. Screw that. Yeah. This is what we're going to do. Request all that real quick. And then we're going to do this. One, two, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. No, I want to poison. This cable is going to piss me off. Oh, I'm taking your base, Kron. You can take my base, bud. They are stupidly powerful, Tigers. Basically, if your heroes aren't up for whatever reason, because they're upgrading or whatever the case is, it is going to be very hard for you to perfect any base. It is very important that they stay alive or do what they can. So, by the way, I see a Mikey24 in the chat. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream, sir. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 5 just in case. I'll do 1, 2, 3 cocoa balloons. And I actually don't have tanks, so I can't do all this. That'll work. Such a waste of gems, but like I said. King and Queen are very much like heroes, but I would say they probably even hold a little bit more weight than your heroes in Boom Beach. Like I said, you can kill a good majority of a base with just your heroes. Like, for instance, there's a very plausible strat called Queen Walking, which is basically the Queen with 4 healers, which are like the medics, but stronger. And basically, her whole priority is to take down a good chunk, 25 to 30% of a base before you even drop the rest of your troops. So there are a lot of other attacks that require different hero utilizations and stuff like that. The Warden is really great for a bunch of aerial attacks, things of that nature. So, by the way, Ryan, I saw that you voted for Knights and Bikes. I think, actually, I don't know what the missus voted for, but I think the missus voted for that. So, Mr. Crush isn't on stream, but I'm going to watch him live. And then I'm going to comment about it in Discord afterwards. Let's watch Mr. Crush and his hit. His name's Gabe here, but I know him as Crush from Boom Beach, another fellow Boom Beacher that plays Clash. Using Quakes and Zap spells, which are much like Artillery and Barrage in Boom Beach, to take down some notable defenses. And he's basically just going to drop his heroes on one side, his witches on another side. So these witches over here are trying to create a funnel and maybe pull the CC troops. They might have played a double role in there. So they're creating that funnel that makes your heroes and other troops stay centered. Because a lot of the times the AI in this game will push your troops on the outside of bases rather than on the inside, because troops don't like to walk and destroy walls if they don't have to. So They take the path of least resistance, is what we'll say. And it's looking good thus far. The log launcher is a very great siege machine to have. Does a lot of damage, does a lot of work. He went with the Golem Witch combination here, which is very strong. It's kind of a little bit of a spammy army, but it works really well. So taking out basically the core of the base, and at this point it's just a little bit of cleanup. Unfortunately, though, he doesn't have a lot of troops left here, and I'm not sure why. He does have a few witches here, which will definitely pull their own weight in some extent. But it's feeling like hard to determine right now. That warden is going to go down. And a couple witches left. That Inferno Tower is going to be very scary for his witch. Or not his witch, his AQ. Both those Inferno Towers are super scary. And it's looking like it's going to be a 2-star miss here by Mr. Crush, unfortunately. I wonder what happened to his attack, because it felt like he had really good troops and then they just kind of vanished. Might have to watch that one back, because that was a little bit strange. And an Admiral 85%, just barely missing the mark on that by Mr. Crush, unfortunately. All good, though. And I'm just going to reinforce these because I'm ready to do this hit. Got all this stuff. And I totally reinforced the wrong siege machine. And this cable is going to tick me off. Let me take this out. This is how you waste resources, folks. This is how you waste resources. We're going to take the Flame Flinger instead. I just don't understand. I promise next stream, folks, I will have a cable that works again. Like I said, I honestly think it's my phone at this point. I don't think it's the cables. I'm pretty sure my phone's port is just janky. A little bit older of a phone, so had it for a few years now. Alrighty, I'm going in for this 10. Like I said, Mr. Cron Howard wanted to take it on, but I'm going to have to jack it from him to redeem myself from that awful, awful, awful first starting off. And we're going to bring our Flame Flinger to the left for this one, because we want our queen to take out this clan castle. Honestly? No, I like the Flame Flinger play. I tried the log launcher. I'm going to try, Kron. We'll see. Drop another one of these. That should be enough, hopefully. Drop this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to try to get our queen to walk to the right. That is the play. We'll see if we can make her decide to be good to me today. That's the wonderful thing I like about the Flame Flinger, is you just drop it and it does its work. and it's pretty darn good at it. If I'm gonna be honest. If I do say so myself. Taking out both that CC and that enemy king. Beautifully done. And it's time. I'd really love for that first Inferno to get taken down before I drop my Barb and crew. Ooh, that might not happen. Okay, it's gonna happen. Alright, so we'll drop. Really? Drop. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I totally forgot I have these suckers. We'll freeze that. The Inferno Tower is a very scary thing. I totally messed up that heal or that freeze. All good though. We're looking good. I think we'll be okay. Might just be a time thing at this point, maybe. Now we got this. And there you go. Redeeming ourselves on that second hit. Exactly, only me. That's exactly how I like to think about the Flame Flinger. It's just a bombardier. It's got too much range and it just kills all kinds of crap. Oh, snap. Okay. I thought we were going to time fail that. Tiago, you better stop playing with all that shenanigans. So, Casey, the only reason it's... Although, I don't know. Maybe you know. The only reason I have the Flame Flinger is just because I request it from my clanmates. But if you mean like why I use that over like the log launcher, it's because I actually prefer the Flame Flinger. I think it's actually a better siege machine. At least for the lower town halls. And my family just got home. You're right. I should have used that last freeze. I forgot to swag the freeze. Forgot to swag it. There we go. Redeemed ourselves. The 11 was a little bit unfortunate, but the 10, we made it happen. We actually beat the harder base, which I don't think was harder. I think the 10 probably was the easier one. So I apologize to Mr. Kron Howard, who will have to clean up my disgusting mess. And we're fair here, so you want to know what? We're going to watch this person attack from the opposite clan. So this is Mr. Lucky Socks defending against Ramis, who is, of course, going to use a filthy, filthy dragon attack. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Dragons, to me, are like what tanks are to me in Boom Beach. I think they are such a low-skill troop that people just use because it's such an easy way to kind of get through bases. All you have to do is zap out the air defenses and you kind of just drop the dragons and let them roll. And to me, that's just such a boring play style. There's no risk or reward to it. At these lower town halls, it's pretty much a guaranteed 3-star, so. But we'll watch it, just to say we did. They also use the filthy E-drag, which is even worse. So. That's fair, Casey. Like I said, I've tried different combinations of stuff. I don't always like what's easiest in anything, much like what I'm saying here with the dragons. If I wanted to 3-star stuff, I would just use drags. Or, like I said, super spammy armies. But I like the armies that high risk, high reward, some crazy stuff, try different things. To me, that's just more fun. And hold on one second, because my thing just connected to my son's tablet. Hold on, folks. Exactly, Casey. Not even loons. E-Drags are just Scorchers, boss man. That's really what they are. And I'll stand on that hill. Don't get me wrong, I love Scorchers, but the people that just drop 16 Scorchers and then just basically close down the game, or I should say every high level ever that uses Scorchers on Mega Crab just to get through the 70 stages without having to blink. Yeah. Oh, Falcor, I'll let you know. I'll tell you you're dirty if you use those things. But you use other things, Falcor. So to me, even if you use dragons, I know you're a good player because you can use something like Lava Loons, which is probably one of the higher skill ceiling troop combinations to use. Because it's very easy to mess that up. Don't you dare talk about Scorchers. It's the truth, Diago. I love them, don't get me wrong, and I use them in my troop combinations, but the people that use 16 Scorchers, they're not showing any skill using those attacks. You have 16 Mega Tanks that literally just... no problemo. For the most part, you know? Casey, there is always room for people in our clan. It does not matter to me what your town hall is or whatever the case is. A lot of guys are from Boom Beach. Some people are from the Clash community. I'm not pressed by any means. If you are starting out to this game, if you're a Boom Beacher and you're like, man, this game actually does seem like fun, and you want to try out this game, join my clan. There's going to be no hate, and plenty of the people are there are super helpful. Guys that even know more knowledge than I do, or myself, can help you out. Like I said, I think it's just a fun way to kind of combine communities, because I think this is a great game, but I also love Boom Beach, so... And Mr. Bossman attacking here. I do apologize. Kind of taking away from his attack. He did use a log launcher. He is using the Golem Witch combination with a little bit of Hog Riders. And he's kind of crushing this base, it seems like. His Golems are still up. Got the Inferno Towers down, which is scary. At least one of them. He's still got one in that bottom left. That one on the bottom left, let's watch that, because I have a feeling that is going to be a little problematic. He is shocking that to save his Golem a little bit more time. Luckily, he did pop a wall open, so they get free access to that. And as long as the Queen goes for the Inferno Tower next, he should be good. Okay, this should be fine. He should have this base lock and load it down and out it right now. Just kind of pushing with all of his troops. Lots of skeletons. They may not be high in health, but they are massive. So as long as he can... What did he use on that? Oh, he used the skeleton potion. And at this point, with this much time left, there's almost no way he fails this. It's just a race against defeating the last little garbage buildings and stuff like that. But wonderfully done by Bossman, crushing that base. Showing it that it's a little... Just saying. Tigers, that is 100% correct. It's clan versus clan action. You can play up to 50 versus 50, which is much like the task force size in Boom Beach. You can have intervals of how many you play. So, for instance, this one is 20v20. So it's 20 of people that they chose from their clan, 20 that we chose from our clan, and basically it's whoever gets the most amount of stars. Now, if we both 3-starred every single one of the bases, it'd be 60v60, it'd be a tied. In certain game modes, I think it's based on speed or percentages or whatever the case is, so... Let's watch Mr. Eskimo hit now, too. It's an addictive game, Casey, and it's understandable. I know, it's kind of like Boom Beach, though. You know, you kind of play for a little bit, you leave, and then you come back. So, it's one of those games that I feel like you can always kind of come back to. So, I'm just kind of on my kick for it at this point. But, I mean, there will probably be a point, much like Boom Beach, where I just kind of take a little bit of a break from it. And it's not to say that I'm done with Boom Beach. Like I said, I plan on playing it probably even more once the Boom Pass comes out and we start to see, hopefully, some more updates. We have Mr. Daniel Matheson coming all up in here with the Queen Charge, dropping that poison. Thank God he finally remembered this time. And he has taken out this E-Drag, no problemo, doing a nice Queen Charge here, getting her basically in the center of the base so that she can take out the core. He is using the Hog Riders in this hit. And his king is basically just taking out the outside. So the queen taking out the CC is super huge. And at this point, it's all about what else she can do. The only problem here is he lost quite a few hogs on both sides. And I don't know why. Oh, this is dangerous. This might be a hero finish off. I would save the rest of his troops for cleanup, because this is going to come down to what his heroes can do. He's lost a lot of his hogs. He's going to lose even more of them while they're staying in this center getting stomped by that king. They need to get out of there as quickly as possible, or that queen needs to engage that. Okay, she engaged him. Sweet. So now the hogs have a little bit of a chance. He needs to drop that rage. Oh, he is still going for them. That king wants those hogs' booties. The queen finally takes it down. The hogs at least get something done. The queen charge is really going to be the last determinant of this. Hopefully she can get the damage. He could very well end up with a 1-star here, folks, because he's not taking down that town hall. That town hall is worth 1 star. If you do not take it down, it is possible to get a 99% 1-star in this game, which would be an absolute shame, as you guys saw from my like 85% 1-star. She does take it down. The only thing that's gonna suck here is she can't take down that clan castle. And I think this is gonna very well be a time fail. I don't think this would have been a miss per se, because I don't think his troops are gonna die here, but he just does not have enough time to clear out all of this trash buildings. He still has stuff up here, and this is unfortunately going to be a time fail by Mr. Daniel Matheson, aka Mr. Eskimo. Still a very well done hit. Queen stayed alive for basically that whole hit. It's just unfortunately the hogs for some reason got destroyed like crazy there, and I don't know why. What message you retract, Tiago? Yes, it is Daniel Matheson. It is not Ben Vernon. I know some people might have got that confused. Like I said, Daniel goes by many names, folks. In this game, it's Eskimo. It's Ben in chat. It's Daniel from what I know him as. You take it, you leave it. Nice try. Mr. Daniel Matheson, though. It was well done. Like I said, I think just the only unfortunate part was his hogs took a lot of damage there. He needed those hogs to stay up a little bit longer to clear some more of those defenses so that his troops or his heroes could worry about the trash stuff. Mr. Casey TH9 joining us. Welcome to the clan, good sir. Glad you could make it. All right, who else is up? Who else do we got? Like I said, we are just here chilling, talking. Mr. Axe Darby, welcome to the stream. How are you doing, sir? So good to see you, Mr. Axe Darby. Like I said, this is kind of what the stream was planned to be today, folks. I don't have anything crazy. We can do some attacks ourselves, which I'm trying to give people that are still active on the clan to do their attacks in, just so, you know, we can kind of look at that. What? Just so we can kind of check that out, but no, you cannot hit the same base, Tiger. So that's kind of like the operations aspect of it. If I hit a base and I don't 3-star that base, I cannot get another chance at it. Now, somebody else can go hit it and get more percentage or more stars from that base, but once I hit a base, whether I beat it 3 stars or not, I can't attack it again. I have to attack another base. So that's exactly what happened here. I got a 1-star on this because I suck, but then I clutched it back up by getting the 3-star on the 10. So we're here to have fun, boss man. Hit if you want to, bud. We can watch it live on stream, sir. You don't really have much options. I'm not gonna lie to you, boss man. It's up to Kron if he's okay with you hitting 10. Oop, just kidding. Kron's hitting 10 or 11. And here's Mr. Kron Howard coming in finally. Hopefully to clean up my disgusting mess I had did. Is he gonna make the same mistakes I did? We will find out. That is correct, Tigers. I am done for the 24-hour period. I can basically watch the rest of my clanmates attack, hopefully direct them, and we can kind of plan and coordinate how we can win the war. Then once the war ends, we get pointage resources from it, clan experience that gives us clan perks later on as we level up. And then we go into a prep day for 24 hours and then a battle day. So different from operations that are literally every day you can do them. Clan wars, you can do them every other day. So one day is for prep, one day is for attacking. Mr. Axe Darby. It's so funny, you know, the things that you talk about in one community and the things that you know in another community. I've found out that so many of these folks, Falcor, Kron, Roroy, apparently Mr. Axe, Darby, Casey, these guys are all been about Boom Beach. I've only known them in the Boom Beach sense, in the Among Us too. And then when I started to show Clash content on the thing, they're like, oh shit, we play Clash too. And it's just so funny to think about because it's a Supercell game, and these communities are, of course, different, but they share a lot of the same members or players. So it's just cool to me to kind of like see that aspect that, yeah, you know, these guys, they do play Boom Beach, but they also play other stuff. And I thought that's really cool. Ooh, that was a great job on that Inferno Tower. It's looking good. What's the Queen doing over here? The Queen's going to be the major player here. Getting those 2 Inferno Towers down is great. His hero should be perfectly fine at this point. And now it's just cleanup. It's looking like Mr. Kron Howard is going to 3-star that sucker and crush it. Just on plays this game too. It's so cool, you know? I love that. I always thought I was weird in the aspect that I was a Supercell slave because I play so many of the Supercell games, but it's funny to see that a lot of people that play Boom Beach do the same thing. I was talking to somebody last night, and I won't name the person because I don't know if they want people to know, but someone I was talking to plays Clash Royale, and I'm like, what? I did not take that person as a Clash Royaler, but sure enough, they actually play that game, and I thought that was really cool. You just don't expect it. I appreciate that, Kron. Kron cleaning it up for us with a very clutch hit, doing much better than I did on my crap hit. Like I said, I'm not a log launcher user, Kron, so. Do a builder-based attack? I absolutely will. You know, that's fine. Is anybody going to hit? Boss Man, are you still around? Who's hitting here? I will do a builder-based hit, though. Ben, before we end this. That's actually, I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to do it. CJ does this to us. This is actually a Clasher right here. This is not a Boom Beacher, at least from my understanding. This guy is from the Clash community. He found the clan through the channel, which is awesome. So it's cool that we get both people from Boom Beach, and I love to meet the people from Clash too. And I actually converted one of them who was in chat earlier, Mr. Poison, who plays it. And I think Mr. Oreo plays it as well from our clan. So they were Clashers, they heard about Boom Beach, and they become Boom Beachers, and the same thing, vice versa. That's what I like about it, because they're different communities, but we can bring them together with stuff that content creators do, or, you know, whatever the case is. So that's kind of what I always want my channel to be, was a variety channel. It's just funny that Supercell's kind of the way it's come. Eventually it will go into other games, as you guys have seen, but it's just cool because I would like to be the bridge that gaps that Supercell. Oh, this is going to be interesting. No, he's got this. He killed his base, Mr. CJ, but yeah, I like to be the thing that kind of bridges all these games together and allows people to play it, you know. Builder base is, in my opinion, the less fun version of Warships, Tigers. It is a player versus player, not in real action mode that pits your base against another player's base, and you both are attacking each other's base. You have a set amount of troops that you can pick during the fight or before the actual fight starts, and you're trying to clean out as much of that base as possible. Now, the difference between Warships and that is it's not a win or lose. It's more so just a percentage of what you get compared to a percentage of what they get. And basically, you get rewards based off that. Well done to Mr. CJ for crushing that base, by the way. Who's doing now? Mr. Levi's attacking a bunch of low hits. Nothing crazy to watch, but still nonetheless fun. Mr. Levi's going to be doing the mass balloon attacks, which should be a fun time. Balloons are always a good thing. As long as it's not claimed, boss man, feel free to attack whatever you want, bud. Like I said, I wouldn't be too pressed about claiming bases. Like I said, I just did that to appease the crowd of people, so. Some people are talking about it, so. Mass balloons just kind of running through this base right now, rushing it. The cool thing about balloons is they are defense oriented, so basically these troops go for defenses first and then go for everything else after. It's good and bad because they won't go for heroes, so sometimes the heroes can take them out, particularly the Archer Queen, but it's great because there's a lot of junk buildings that usually happen on the outside of it, and balloons will bypass that to go strictly for those defenses that are causing your troops to die or your heroes or whatever the case is. So you don't like the builder base since it's changed? I heard it was a good change. Like I said, I didn't play the game back then, Casey, when they had the old builder base, but I heard for the most part it was a good change compared to the old builder base. But, you know, everyone has their opinions on what they think is good or bad for the game, and I can't say for certain whether it was good or bad because I didn't play during that time. So far, we are killing it. Do have a couple bases that we do need to clean up, unfortunately, but not too shabby. And go for that 7, boss man. Go for the 7. Make it a good one. See if you can figure out how to do a 1 town hall deficit. The other cool thing about this game, and I think it's a good thing. Kind of a good thing. So in Boom Beach, you guys know that I've always been a person who attacks high bases for being a low level. I was hitting max level bases at headquarters 18, headquarters 19. I could clear out a whole max base. This game is a lot more competitive in that sense. Just a 1 town hall deficit. So for instance, I'm a town hall 10. To attack a town hall 11 and perfect it is such a hard task for me to do as compared to Boom Beach, that I could be 6 or 7 headquarters levels below somebody and be able to defeat their base. So I think it's kind of interesting because it's really cool when you can beat those bases that are 1 or 2 town halls above you and you're like, oh shit, that's clutch. But it can be hard too because, like I said, there's a lot of mismatching that happens in this game, and it's like, dang, I can't even beat this base because it's 1 town hall above me. No, you cannot, Tigers. So that's why funneling is so very important in this game, because your troops' AIs sometimes make them walk in weird ways. So that's why often you'll see people drop troops on different sides of the junk the junk buildings to clear a path that requires your troops or pushes them to go the way that you want them to, which, like I said, is a skill in and of itself. I appreciate that, Mr. Cronhoward. Like I said, I'm glad that I've managed to reach out to some people. Even Mr. Skullcrusher, I'm going to call him out, was like, you know, I enjoyed watching your content. It's kind of making me want to play, because I think he played at some point way back when, and he's like, oh, maybe I'll jump back into it. And I tell him, hell yeah, why not? You know, that's why I do this. Like, I know most of my community is from the Boom Beach community, of course, and I'm sure some of y'all are like, what the hell is this game? You know, it's not my Boom Beach, and of course it's not warships, so... But I enjoy doing this stuff. I like to bridge gaps between games, and like I said, I still think in a similar realm to Boom Beach, so it's something that I think even the diehard Boom Beachers can be like, oh, this is interesting, you know, it's similar but different from Boom Beach, so that's kind of why I did this. So I just think it's kind of cool. Mr. Bossman, so this is going to be a prime example. Bossman is actually a new Town Hall 11, so this is even a little bit harder, and he's going to be facing a Town Hall 12 here. Now, I don't know straight off the bat. I can't tell completely if this is a max Town Hall 12. I think it's slightly underleveled, but it'll still be a very difficult path for him, and I'm curious to see how he pulls this one out. Can you max out your base here? You know, they say you never really can, Tigers, because there's constant updates and new stuff that comes out. I'm a little sick, by the way, folks, so if I sound a little weird at times, that's why. He's dropping the log launcher, having it do its stuff by itself, which is interesting. He's, of course, aiming for that Eagle artillery, hoping to take it down. He does not take it down, trying to see if maybe those troops do the thing, but they die very quickly, unfortunately. And now he has his heroes making their way through the center core of this building. Now, this Inferno Tower is going to be problematic, especially if it locks onto his king and or queen. So he has to be very careful, and that Town Hall is destroying him. He He needs to freeze it. He needs to get in there. He needs to destroy it. So Town Hall 12 and above actually become a defensive building that can damage your troops, and they hurt like a mother trucker if you do not deal with them. So you're seeing that here happening right now. That queen is going to go down, unfortunately, and this is looking like it might be a fail. I mean, not might be. It's probably going to be a fail, unfortunately. But a good effort nonetheless by Mr. Bossman, trying his heart out. It's just unfortunate that was a lot of damage to get through, and that log launcher unfortunately did not take out the Eagle artillery in time. He could still possibly secure the 2-star here. He's got a few troops up left. If he gets the 50%, he gets the 2-star, so. Exactly, Casey. Exactly. Jim Prayson, welcome to the stream. I do not know what that is. Is that a player tag, or are you shouting out a clan? If so, I have no problem with you wanting to shout out your clans. Just please ask in the future if that is a clan tag. If it is your player tag, feel free to join our clan. And welcome to the stream. First time chatter. Yeah, a lot has changed in those 4 years, Axe Darby, that's for sure. Knight, hit whatever you want, bud. Oh, never mind. You might not be able to hit anything this low. Unfortunately, all the low stuff got hit, and Knight is very new to this game, so I don't know that he'll be able to hit a Town Hall 9. He can try his heart out if he'd like to, though. Yeah, 4 years ago was what? Town Hall 12 Kron? Maybe, no, not Kron. Axe 12, 11 was probably the max Town Hall 4 years ago. Yeah, we're up to 16. Oh, is that your player tag, Jim? Man, you're asking me to do a lot, Jim. Jim, I haven't played, or I haven't had to request for people, but I can try it out. Find new members. Search. Why can't I search? Why can't I search this? Oh. Let's see, I can do it. Hold on. Hold on. We're going to do this live. I don't know why we're doing this live, because I don't know this individual, I don't think. But is that a 0 UV? I sent you a request. See if you can join the clan, Mr. Jim. Ideally, everyone is taking out their equals, so if I'm number 10 on the war, I want to hit number 10 on the enemy war list, but sometimes it's a mismatch and you have to hit down 100%. Or up. Sometimes you have to hit up as well. Tiger's Persephone is not. I imagine if she did, it'd be kind of like how she was with Boom Beach, where she was excited for a couple weeks and then she kind of just stopped playing, so. It's hard to keep up with all the games, Axe, to be honest. That's kind of why I can't say I put Boom Beach on the back burner, but I have. I mean, I still go in, I attack I check up on my task force members, all that stuff. I'm still in a Discord with all of them. So, but yeah, it's definitely hard to have so many games under your belt and play them, especially these games that require a grind, you know? I'm on this game a couple times a day, one for war, one for upgrades. I probably have upgrades I have to do now. Yeah, I have a builder that's not working that I should get working. So, it definitely made it difficult. And I know warships is its own grind in and of itself, so. I'm the same way, Tigers. I play all kinds of different games. What I stream, honestly, what I stream isn't always the kind of games that I play. And like I said, I used to be a big gamer way back when. As I've gotten a little bit older with a little bit less time, it's definitely been a little bit harder for me to game, but I still enjoy gaming. Mr. Tiago Rookie, you have a wonderful evening. I will be sure to check on that stream tomorrow. I'm hyped for it. I'm going to be jamming it out. Persephone, you should play Heyday. I think that's the type of game that would probably interest you. I mean, all these games can kind of be slack off games, X. I mean, you don't have to sit here and play Clash every single day, you know? It's something that you can jump on, upgrade your stuff, and honestly, the upgrades for Clash, as you guys know, are significantly longer than Boom Beach. I mean, some of the upgrades are 2 weeks long in this game, which is insane to think about, but I mean, you can send an upgrade and then log on in 2 weeks, I guess, if you really want it to. I've never played Heyday. I actually, Treeman, one of our clan members slash task force members, I think is super big in the Heyday stuff. I don't know anything about it. I just know it's a Supercell game, and I hear it's somewhat farmy in a sense. What is he saying right now? I'm so confused. Didn't I send you an invite, Jim? Am I crazy? Hold on real quick. You got me confused, man. It's a farm life. Yeah, I don't know much about Heyday. I'm going to be frank with you. This individual is very pressed. Pretty sure that's a 0 UV. Am I crazy? I found this person already. That's all you get, Jim. Huh. Oh, search the clan friends. Oh, I see what you're asking. Oh, Jim. I see what you're saying. Alrighty, folks. Here it is. Mr. Jim Bryson is looking for people to join his clan, from my understanding. So here it is. The Friends clan. She does not, Tigers. And there you go, Jim. Your 5 seconds of spotlight, sir. Oh. Alright, did I miss hits? Hopefully I didn't miss hits from you. Alright. You know what I'm going to do? You still around? I think it was Ben that had asked that for that thing, didn't he? We're going to do this real quick. I do have my hero in the builder base. So this is the builder base for any of my Boom Beach folks. This is, like I said, the equivalent in some extent, less polished in my opinion, than the warships. And basically it's a separate village that you build upon in and of itself. A lot less builders, but you do have troops, very much the same. Predetermined troops that are more powerful than the usual main village stuff. But a lot less, and you have 2 that you do. So it's like a double. Imagine if warships had like 2 decks that could kind of pile up together. So, alrighty. Can you Ryan already knows. But yeah, and I'm gonna show you exactly what that looks like right now. So yeah, you have a scouting period, which is basically happens in any of the game modes, you know, to decide what you want to do with your hit. And then you just drop troops. And what you're trying to do, of course, is clear it out. Like I said, because there are 2, because I'm so high up, there are 2 parts of it. So once I beat this part, if I manage to clear all this out, then I have to go to the next part and beat all that. The more I beat, the more rewards I get. So I like to drop these gentlemen because they act kind of like mortars. We'll call them mortars, except they're an offensive troop. Boss man. And basically, these guys can outrange a lot of different defenses, and we use that to clear out the anti-air defenses. Because I use a lot of air troops in this game mode. You mean these things? The archer towers? Come on. What the... There's your archer towers, Ryan. Right there. You see her? There's the archer tower herself. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Click the wrong one. And we are not going to clear this out, so... I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This part of the game mode is definitely harder than the main island, that's for sure. Yes, you can, Tigers. You can attack from all 4 sides. Ooh, I actually cleared out all those defenses. I probably... I doubt I could have got it based on time, but... Is it an inside joke, Ryan? I'm confused on what's the news about archer towers. Here, I'll show you even... There you go, a little bit further in. That's what the archer tower looks like. Which is basically just a sniper tower. They just call it archer towers because, you know, archer. Oh, 100% Kron. I mean, heroes, regardless of what game mode you go on, are just, they're broken in this game. Although, I mean, similar could be said. It's hard to not use heroes in Boom Beach. I mean, in the main island, maybe a little bit more, but like warships, it's significantly easier when you have heroes. You know, operations significantly easier when you have heroes. So the heroes play are a very big part of the game. So. Oh, is that what it is? Does he say archer towers for sniper towers? Oh, I mix up my terminology all the time now that I started playing this game so much. Town halls, headquarters, archer towers, sniper towers, mortars, you know, all that stuff. I mean, you'll hear it in some of my videos sometimes. I'm like, oops. Oh, son of a gun. They can snipe or machine gun. That would be an interesting thing. So in this game, you can actually gear up defenses, which probably doesn't mean much to y'all, but I think this could be an interesting concept. And I don't know how they could implement it in Boom Beach, but I'm sure they could to some extent. You could actually gear up certain defenses, which causes them to have slightly different attributes. So for instance, these cannons, I can make a double cannon instead of a single cannon. And all it does is decrease the range, but of course gives it that extra DPS. Same thing can be done with sniper towers. They can be shrunk, which means they have lower range, but they have a much faster attack range. And then mortars can go from being a single mortar to a multi-mortar, which means that they have 3 or 4 shots per volley. The damage is slightly less, but more shots for different things. So I think that'd be cool if you could be able to kind of change attributes in Boom Beach for certain defenses. Like make a sniper tower a little bit shorter in Boom Beach so it shoots faster. Maybe making it a little bit more deadly. Oh, is the builder not working over here? Am I crazy? No, my builders are working over here. Oh, are you talking about builders on my main island? Yeah, I know they're not working on my main island. I have to figure out what my I have to figure out what I want to build here. Also, much like Boom Beach, getting this idea, really didn't get this idea. I'm sure the communities have always talked about it. You can change your base layouts from a screen here. So this is my war base or my fighting base, and then this is my progression base, just so I have a better feeling and understanding of what needs to be upgraded. So yes, you do have an armory, but like Bossman said, it is called a laboratory in this game. Your barracks are kind of a different building. I mean, there isn't really a building that's called your barracks. It's just basically how you train your troops. So the laboratory and barracks are basically one thing in Boom Beach. You have your army camps, which are basically your landing crafts. Your clan castle is particular to COC, which I think would be a cool idea. Like I said, I had said being able to give a couple troops to your task force members so that they can maybe have a little bit of stronger attack or whatever the case is, I think would be kind of cool. Maybe you could give that not HQ21 person a bombardier, you know, because one bombardier could go a long way. So Jim, are you in thing? Alright, Jim, I got you, bud. There you go, Jimmy. Casey, you have a wonderful evening. Thank you for stopping by. And I'm glad you were able to join the clan, bud. Alrighty. We'll do one more of these just because I can. But yeah, folks. like I said, I don't think there's too much more. If a couple more people in the clan would like to hit some more, that is totally cool with me. We still do have plenty of war hits attacks, but some of our guys are from overseas, so it's a little bit harder, I think, for them to be around to hit. So just because it's late their time. Multi-mortar's gonna hit, which sucks, but I was really hoping. I lost my train of thought. Never mind. I think both are equally important, Tigers. If you don't have better troops, it's going to be harder for you to attack bases, but if you have a low defensive base, you're just going to get rolled all the time. And people find it more taboo if you don't have a lot of defenses in this game. They call it rushed basing, and basically it just doesn't make it seem like you play Clash the way that Clashers like, so. And for important reasons. Defenses are very important in this game, even more so than Boom Beach, in my opinion, so. It's a balance. Did someone chat something? Did I miss something? I feel like a message got redacted. Oh, someone's hitting. Quick. Watch the Eskimo. Eskimo going in with that queen charge to start us off, followed by what looks like is going to be a mass hogs. Can he redeem himself from that first attack? That is the question. Going to be starting off trying to cause those baby dragons are made for the funnel. So this is what I'm talking about when I say funnel. The baby dragons are cleaning out the garbage buildings to hopefully get that queen to walk inside the core of the base, because that's where she's going to do the best damage and get the most value out of. So very important to get that done. There he's finally pulling out that CCE drag, dropping the poison, and then he should drop a rage here if you ask me. He's taking a lot of damage. Now he made a misstep here. If you're dropping your rage, make sure you drop it between the queen and healers, slightly more behind the queen, just so that the healers can continue to walk into it. Because the rage powers up your troops when they're inside of the radius of it, and that includes the healing capabilities of the healers. So, clan game started today, Axe Darby. That is correct. And we kind of crushed it, so. So finally coming in with the hogs. Now, he did have a problem here, and that is that queen is not dead. So hogs are a really wonderful troop. They also, much like balloons, will attack defenses strictly and then go for all the other buildings. The problem is that's problematic because this queen is just having free shots on these hogs and killing them ever so slowly. And he doesn't have a lot of them, so. All those hogs did end up dying, and those hogs are going to die very shortly afterwards. This is once again going to be a mishap by Eskimo, and unfortunately, I don't think there's a way that he gets the town hall here, so it is going to be a 1-star, folks. His only hope is that those wizards can go towards the town hall The problem is that Expo has such a long range. The Expo is one of the longest range. Actually, I think it's the longest range in the game. No, the Eagle Artillery is the second longest range in the game, with an 11 or 14 tile range, which is ridiculous in this game and offers a huge portion of the base. So, excuse me. And that Mega Bomb is going to wipe the rest of them out. Unfortunate. Flare, exactly. Right there, that's where you'd want a flare, and unfortunately, no flare was given to the... Unfortunate. A nice try by Eskimo. It's just a little unfortunate strictly because of the hero still being up, so... Yeah, it wasn't even me, Falcor. I haven't even touched it yet. I still have my Dark Factory I have to start to do at some point. But yeah, I mean, all the other clan members are just killing it. I mean, Treatment has his done by the time I basically woke up for the day, so I thought that was kind of funny. Which is great, because the last time clan games came by, we were struggling almost, and we almost didn't get to the max tier of stuff. And this time, we just kind of killed it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this bomb tower. And I have stuff to collect, so you want to know what I'm going to do? Do this. Still so much time on that queen. We're going to attack normal bases. And this is the similar thing that happens in Boom Beach, where you're always going to be put up against someone who's actually higher than you rather than lower than you, at least most of the time. Sometimes you'll get lucky. And it's kind of just figure out how it works. And I don't even have troops. Actually, no, hold on, folks. I just realized I don't have troops. I'm going to let those build for a second. I'll gem them up in a second, but... I saw that right at the last minute, boss man. Nope, I can't say I'm that good to be able to do a new troop attack. I wanted to X. The problem is the clan games start like at 4 o'clock my time, and my ass wasn't gonna wake up at that time. But I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be the first one, and then I woke up and like 2 or 3 guys were already basically done, Eskimo and Treeman and all that stuff. So exactly what Kron said. They're from overseas, so they were way ahead of us. Oh, you want to know what? While we're waiting, you guys, because you're on stream, you get a sneak peek. Now, this video is coming out probably tomorrow, maybe the next day. I didn't even touch my phone there. I didn't touch my phone there, and that crap did not. Screw you. The sneak peek, folks. I also did another poll on my channel, and that poll was to start another account. And that account had 2 options. One was a free-to-play, and one was an offensive-only account. Son of a gun. I'll check it out in a second. And we went with the offense-only account, folks. Here it is. The sneak peek that you get. This account will be strictly offense. We're going to treat it very much like you would the Boom Beach life. Oh, am I in this clan? Oh, I'm not in that clan. Ugh. Let me switch back real quick. Hold on. But it's going to be an offensive-only account inspired by the way we kind of play Boom Beach. So I'm excited to see what happens with it. Did I miss that attack? No, there it is. It's probably be done by the time I get. Beaky, another Clash of Clanner, who just crushed this base, and I totally missed all of it, but we'll rewatch that attack real quick. But yeah, it's going to be an offensive-based account. Like I said, the rules are pretty simple. We're going to try our hardest not to really upgrade defenses. In this game, you unfortunately can't jump to the next town hall until you build all of the buildings for that town hall, which is cool in some essence and kind of annoying in the other essence. So there will be some defensive building, but really it's going to be kind of like a strategically rushed account, because we're going to make our offense max for every town hall. It's just going to be our defenses that lacks a little bit. Sorry about that. I was trying not to kill the speaker or the mic. I think playing with some people I know may get me back into it. I was really high level clans, so clans was all and was really helping with. Yeah, absolutely. I I don't make these clans and these task force and all this stuff to be the best out there. I make this because I truly believe gaming is a social aspect. I know the joke is always like gamers stay inside, they don't touch grass, they don't go outside and do all kinds of stuff, but I personally enjoy the social aspect of gaming. A lot of you guys I've met through gaming and stuff like that. I don't know Bossman. I've never played with him in a voice call or anything like that. He was from Supernova originally in Boom Beach, and he met up with me again in Clash of Clans, and he's a great buddy of mine. So I just love being able to meet people in these communities and find out a little bit about people's backgrounds. Like I said, I don't get too personal, and I don't ask anybody to be too personal with me, but I just think it's such a cool thing that games can bring us together with people from, amazingly, in games like Boom Beach and Clash of Clans, from all over the world. You know, Mr. Treeman is from Algeria, if I'm not mistaken. I know Ben is from the UK, so it's just cool that I can play with people from all over the world and, you know, talk, and we have something in common, which is just games. So just kind of my aspects of it, though. But yeah, I agree with you, Axe, that playing games with people that you know is always going to make a game more fun. It's exactly why people don't play public lobbies of Among Us unless they're bored, because it's more fun to play Among Us with people that you know and people that you can have a good time with. So yeah, it feels like you can't even play that way, Falcor, but I'm gonna try it just for craps and giggles. You know, that's why we're kind of creating, it's a reason for me to create the sister clan too, since we were starting to fill up. We do have some slots still left in Supernova, but if people are real new to the game, then that's kind of why I'm making a mini clan that kind of just will allow people to mess up and learn the game the way they want to. So considering that we've invested some time, and we'll probably invest some more time into this game. So wonderful attack by Beaky using the mass hogs, by the way. I know I didn't really commentate her attack, or his attack, their attack. I don't know this person personally. It's a clasher, but an enjoyable individual to have around the community. But yeah, and this is about to finish in a second. Oh, that reminds me. Alright, I don't usually gem up. I've gemmed up far too much in this video, but I'm going to gem up this one last time. Excuse me. And then we're going to do one attack here. And then we might wrap it up there. What the hell? This is a weird base. This is a rushed base right here, speak of the devil. Oh, that's right. Krabby Crab. Dang, Mega Crab is this weekend. You know, that's funny. This is going to be our first duplicated crab since I started Boom Beach. The Cryo Crab was the first crab when I came back to the game that I've ever done. So on my main account, it is an iron trophy, I believe. And this time we are going to try to make it a diamond trophy. So that'll be exciting. At some point this weekend, I definitely want to do that. I know a lot of people are going to be doing the crab content because, you know, warships and you crackheads have nothing else to do with yourselves. So, but yeah, I definitely will be doing that. And as I stated earlier in the stream, if you guys are interested in the variety content, this Saturday between 9 and 9:30 p.m. EST, there will be a co-op stream with Persephone, myself, and 2 surprise guests. So if that tickles your fancy or if that's something that you're interested in, definitely come check that out. I do know it's late for some of our overseas folks and maybe some folks from the United States because y'all go to sleep early, whatever the case is. But there will, of course, be a VOD that you guys can watch afterwards. I don't know if that game is kind of a campaign-esque game, but it'll be a fun session. Even if it's only a one and done, I think it'll be a good time. Hopefully those individuals will want to play with us again. And maybe we can make it, you know, at least a 2-stream thing or something like that. So but yeah, Mr. Tigers wants to see me attack an op on Boom Beach. I could absolutely do that. You know what? For all of you Boom Beach addicts, I'm gonna give that to you. right after I attack this base. Because y'all have been so... we'll see how this, you know what, let's do this first. I'm gonna do this, do this. Pico should be able to kill that king. And then we're good to go. We're gonna do this. Do this. Do this. And the dragon takes that out, which is fantastic. This will get taken out mostly by the flame clinger, I imagine. I really needed my queen to go in there. That is a-okay though. We're gonna drop our king, our P.E.K.K.A. 2-2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Drop that. We'll do this and this. Because that eagle artillery is scary. Please get it down quickly. Perfect. I did not realize this Inferno Tower is a problem, so. We are going to clear out most of that, I think, but we got most of the loot. Unfortunately, it's going to end up being a time miss, probably, but we'll see. Do War Factory 2? I absolutely will. You're right. You're right, Ryan. There was indeed a Boom Beach in the thumbnail. It would be clickbaity of me if I did not show at least some Boom Beach, right? I cannot be that kind of streamer. We actually got pretty close to 3-star on this damn base. I think if I had a little more time, I might be able to pull it off, to be honest. Because I don't think this king is going to die. Forgot to swag my poison. Nice little 2-star. And we got some of that challenge progression. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. Because I'd feel wrong if I didn't. So, 1 second. We're going to request this. And I'm going to turn this off for momentarily, folks. I don't feel like doxing myself. And I'm pretty sure there's nothing for me to hide. Because I doubt there's anything for it to be doxed. But, for my own sanity, I am going to skip that out. And here we are in the wonderful game of Boom Beach. And if you're a clasher and you've been watching, you're like, what the hell is this game? I'm going to take it to the opposite side this time and say, hey, this is Boom Beach. This is the cousin, distantly, of Clash of Clans that plays similar in some senses and different in other senses. So, and actually, hold on 1 second, folks. One moment. Hopefully my computer doesn't crap out as I try to do this. The brother from another mother. That is exactly the way to look at it. And of course that's gonna freeze on me. Hello? Am I still live? Oh, I am still live. Okay. That's exactly what it is. Max. It's the redheaded stepchild of Supercell. Alright, this is what I'm going to do. Because anytime I try to do things on freaking YouTube. Okay, hold on. It's doing something now. It's making some changes. I opened up the task manager, and it was like, please don't do that, sir. Can I click this? Nope, it's going to go back to not responding. Hello? Can you hear me? How about now? That was a joke. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point, to be honest, but you know what? I don't care. Let me exit out of this. If you guys retract messages, I won't be able to tell, so try not to retract your messages, you weirdos. Alright, I had to close out of Chrome because it was causing some issues. Here we are with the redhead stepchild of Supercell, the wonderful, amazing, my first love. Ooh. Boom Beach. Let's see what this Chimera looks like. I kind of want to take out a Chimera. This Chimera looks disgusting, but very doable. Right? Don't worry, no worries. Plug that there. Maybe shock over there. The only thing that sucks is these two suckers right here. Although maybe if I get like one squad of Zukas right there, they could probably take it out and not be in the danger zone of those mortars. Maybe. I think that's what we'll do. And this, of course, is going to be on my alt account. So we'll see how this really goes. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to use bullet in this hit. Use bullet. We are going to fully boost up because this is my alt account and I refuse not to boost up. Boost those up. My God, this cable is just horrendous. Stop being a turd. Knight, why can't you come and stream and ask me goddamn questions? Knight's over here trying to have a whole ass conversation with me on Discord. Alright, let's get this over with. Alright, let's take a bet right now, folks. Am I going to solo this base? Let me get ones in the chat if you think I am, twos if you don't think I am. Chimera, am I getting a solo on the alt account? Ones for yes, twos for no. Mr. Ryan J wants to see the base again before he makes his final determination of if I'm going to beat it. And I'll do another solid. There is 1,000% building damage on this sucker, or building health. That is a 2.2 million core. You have, of course, the mortars and rocket launchers over here. And you have all of these nasty, nasty RLs, which is going to play a big part of whether or not they hate my Zukas or not. It's going to be a hard one. We shall see. We shall see. No one gave an exact number. Most of y'all are just terrible. What are the statues? These are my statues right here. I have 3 attack statues. No perfect stuff. The Guardians are perfect. Oh, as I say that, you can't even see Ryan. Hold on. We have the 3 red, 1 health, and 4, 5 gunboat energies. 2. Ryan thinks it's a 2. Y'all have no faith in me. Ye of little faith. There's only one way to know, folks, and that's by going. That's by doing. Yeah. Yeet. Yeet. Alright, this is going to be really determined, and I probably should have dropped a bullet with them, but it's all good. Are we going to get lucky with less Zukas getting hit by these stupid mortars? Alright, lost some of the Zukas. I was going to say the rest are in safe space, but they weren't. Alright, now the rest are in safe spaces. This is going to be time consuming right here. Just to take out these mortars and rocket launcher, but that's okay. We don't need a crazy amount of GBE or time over here. It'll just kind of be a walk. And then we're going to go straight for that. We're going to try to park between these boom cannons with bullet kind of standing in front. And then we'll shock any RLs that maybe are aiming for our Zukas. Come on, you better get that shenanigans out of here. I can't dump the resource forward, Ryan. I'm not maxed yet, man. It hurts my soul. My main account doesn't even have my resource reward dumped because it's a perfect 50. I'm afraid to lose it, man. I may never get it back. It makes me scared just thinking about it. Ooh, time may be a problem here. I'm not going to lie to you, folks. I just realized we only have 2 minutes left. So we need to very swiftly take... We'll get to 200 maybe. That might be a lot. We'll see. It hurts too much, Ryan. It hurts. You know what the real kicker here is probably going to be? I think time is going to be the problem here. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I need these Zukas to kind of hit everything really fast. I should have dropped 2 boats of Zukas on that mortar. But beggars can't be choosers. All right, let's get over here. We'll collect the last little bit. We really don't have time to collect the last little bit of them, being honest here. So what we'll do is we'll just go right there. Oh my god. Hold on. All right, we need to just go. I just realized we just have like no time. Alrighty. Go 1 and 2 just in case. And hopes that... Oh, that's not going to work. No! Oh, that was gross. And an absolutely unfortunate hit on Chimera got snapped all up in there. What happened? Oh, touch grass. You are behind, Sugar. I don't think I've said touch grass in a minute in this stream. Unfortunate there. I knew I should have shocked a little bit more of those RLs, but I was a little bit, I felt rushed because I kind of dropped weirdly. For you that voted 2 or 1.2 or 1.5, you were correct. It was a fail hit, unfortunately. And now let's go do the last thing of the stream. Let's get a little bit of Gearhart action there. What's for Gearhart's deliciousness today? I'm not going to lie to you guys. I haven't done Gearhart in a freaking minute. It has been a minute. And this is just a weird Gearhart. It's like nothing problematic here. It's just annoying. I'm actually going to bring my ladies. I'm going to bring my whole squad to this right side because we want to kill all this first. The grapplers are annoying, but it's not like it's going to do craziness, but... Ryan says he should get some bonus points. What is this shenanigans? I'd have a poll on the channel, to be honest. If I could. I don't know if I can quite yet. So that way... God damn it. So that way you guys could win some points off that. For your voting. For what you choose to vote for. Okay. Go here. Wow. I left one little smoke. Oh, this isn't looking good already. We already messed this up like crazy. Oh my god. This is probably the worst start I've ever had on a War Factor. That's just funny. All good. We will recover. We will recover. And if this cable doesn't recover, I'm going to beat its butt. Horrible. And that, folks, is why you don't space your smokes. Because stuff is scary. Alright, we're going to do that same attack again, but we're going to do it better. Oh my god. I almost didn't do it better. And I still ended up losing some lasers. And I promise, guys, stuff is happening. I know you can't see it, but stuff is happening. Alrighty. Kavon, you are in a really weird place, bro. Alright, and now it's just the age of the bombardier. Can he get it done? I'm really hoping he stays north here. Actually cause you to stay north. Hopefully that's not in range of this mortar. Perfect. And now it's just a game of taking its good sweet time. Luckily we have 3 times, so. I feel like the the chance of winning for you guys just feels so low, and it's like the standard default, you know. I think it's like 90% or 80% chance that you guys are supposed to win. It feels like you guys lose quite often. You guys have terrible luck. Alrighty. So I could smoke this, but I actually just want to clear all this garbage out. That way I can continue from like this. We kind of want to end right over here. So I'm just going to clear this junk out. And we might even be able to finish it this time. We'll see though. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, is there lasers in play? There are lasers in play. Yucky. Hopefully that laser's not too problematic. We're gonna let them do this damage, get these things down, and then we're gonna flare straight out of dodge. And Kavan's probably gonna get shot in the face at some point here. Because old Cavani boy likes to be shot in the face. Once that goes down, all right, let's come back over here. Let's go right here. And let's do this. And then let's do this. And there we go. A war factory down in 3 hits. That first one doesn't even count though, so we'll just call it 2. Good old war factory. I haven't done that in a minute, but there it is. Watching that finalized attack of just us bull crapping our way through it. I guess funny. There you go. It's a solo. The other 2 counts. The other 2 hits didn't count. Sugar, it's because Ryan is loyal in the chat. That's why. That's why he got so much. My man Ryan be packing in everybody's chat, to be honest. That man always around, apparently, it feels like. And as that is rolling in slowly, folks, like I said, there's not much more that was on plan for agenda today. We did a little bit of Clash, a lot of Clash, a little bit, a crumb of Boom Beach life, and a whole lot of chatting because, you know, I enjoy chatting it up. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like I said, I sometimes just want to start a stream just so I can sit here and talk, whether we're playing something crazy or not, or whether it's a game that's usually played on my thing or whatever the case is. Plus, it gave me a good opportunity to shout out to you guys some of the things that we have planned going on the channel. As I said, the video for the new account for Clash will be out probably tomorrow, if not Saturday. And then Saturday, we do have our co-op stream, our next co-op game with Persephone and I myself with 2 special guests. As it stands, like I said, things may change, so don't hold myself accountable for those actions. Like I said, they are both busy individuals, so they said they were down. Hopefully, they are still good to go by Saturday. And if so, I think it's going to be a fun time. I think you guys are all going to enjoy it, and I think it'll be kind of just funny. I don't know how much of gamers they are outside of the Boom Beach world, but we'll see. I think regardless, it'll be a good dynamic between the 4 of us. So Started slow but ended well. You just said that because it's Boom Beach, Ryan. We gotta wait to see the guests now. Yep, exactly. You guys gotta come back. You gotta come back to see who the guests are. Saturday 9 between 9 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. EST. We will be doing Overcooked even if the guests can't make it. Persephone and I will for sure be doing it. You guys deserved it. We've been off the co-op games for almost 2 months now. Was the last time we completed It Takes Two. So you guys have been well over patient. I know Ryan's been freaking out, like when this freaking co-op stuff gonna happen and all that good stuff. So this one is for Ryan particularly, who I know enjoys that content so very much. Always stopping by, always chatted up during our co-op stuff, and all of you wonderful people that enjoy the variety on the channel. That's what it's all for. Like I said, I am not a Boom Beach streamer. I'm not a Clash of Clans streamer. I am not any particular one type of streamer. I am doing this strictly because I enjoy doing so many different things gaming wise, and hopefully in the future, once upon a time, some other stuff I want to do on the channel. But like I said, I don't want to spoil that stuff. I have lots of personal things that I'm trying to get through, lots of new chapters in my family and my life that's happening. So once I get more solidified in the next chapter of our lives, I'm going to start doing some different types of content on the channel. And I want to make this channel literally a conglomerate of all things random. You know, like I said, maybe it's a cooking stream, or who knows, a do-it-yourself, maybe some type of building construction stream. I don't even know. Just random stuff. I work in the IT field, so maybe we'll sit here and do a coding stream, because why the heck not? It'll probably go over like 99% of people's heads, but that's kind of, you know, I just enjoy doing random stuff. So that's what I want the channel to be. And hopefully you guys will continue on this journey with me. Like I said, I know most of the people here are from the Boom Beach community, some from the Clash community, and some maybe just are here because they actually, for some reason, like the weirdo that is me. I don't know. Either way, I appreciate you all for being here, for kind of just doing this thing with me. Like I said, I started this journey back in April of last year. It's been a slow roll, but for the most part, it's been great. And like I said, the community that I've managed to build or become a part of, whatever you want to consider it, in the Boom Beach and beyond community has been amazing. So we're so close to 500. It's slowed down a little bit, so hopefully we can hit 500 here in the next month, because that's when I want us to really start making the community a community. Like I said, I want to have, you know, a membership badge and do things for my community that says, hey, this is Dark Anubis' community. This is how you know people are coming from Dark Anubis' stream. That's kind of what my whole aspect of it was. Like I said, No Shot is going to be an emote. Touch Grass will probably be an emote, because that's just random stuff that I talk about on my stream. And stuff like that, you know, and just other random things, maybe inside jokes. I don't know. No grouping, that's going to be an emote too. You know, we always make that joke. Persephone, I always make that joke. Like, whenever we're watching like a stream, sometimes we watch Among Us streams and random things like that from other people. And she's like, oh, they're grouping. What are they doing? No grouping. And it's just such a funny thing. So just remembering the funny moments in the streams, and, you know, things that I guess make myself, or things that I want to put out and allow people that are enjoying and want to be a part of the community to just kind of show that off to other communities and to other creators and all that stuff. So we need some Brawl Stars now. Yeah, you know, I'd love to. We might eventually. Like I said, there's nothing off the table, boss man. I have no problem playing other Supercell games. Like I said, I play Clash Royale. I just don't stream it. So at some point, maybe I will. And yeah, I don't know. Not much grouping on Airship Dark. So true, Ryan. I stand by you, sir. More Airship. All these plebs, give us more Airship. That's what I need. If I don't want grouping, let's Airship this mother trucker. Then nobody gets to group. Y'all lost as hell. No grouping, merch, hell yeah. No Shot. I used it the other day, and Dark's rubbing off on me. I haven't used it in a minute. I remember the first time. I think it was Andromeda who had brought it up to me. She's like, I was watching your stream, and I heard you saying No Shot or something, and then I was using it in my everyday language, and I just thought it was so funny. It's funny what you kind of like pick up from people, and mannerisms and all that stuff. Not even mannerisms, but maybe sayings and things like that. So I think it's cool that even in my small space, people pick up and find things are funny. Like I said, Sugar loves the touch grass stuff. I think it's just cool. It's cool that people are entertained by the things that we do and stuff like that. So I've been enjoying the journey, and I'm not going anywhere. Like I said, these next couple months, as I've stated way back when, and it feels like it's still a constant, are busy. Like I said, I'm in a position right now that keeps me very busy. That's why I kind of ain't making content as much as I usually do. But in 6 months times, maybe a year, we will be in a very consistent schedule, because at some point in time I want to make this like a full-time hobby, and if luck and everything in the world aligns, maybe a career out of this. But I don't know. Like I said, I have different backgrounds, different knowledge and things. I work in IT mainly, so there'll always be money for me there if I ever need to. But I enjoy doing this stuff. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy playing games. I enjoy not having to deal with the stupidity that is the corporate world. So that's just me talking shenanigans, my TED Talk for the day. Enough of that. Start thinking with an English accent. Pete and Martin. Yeah, it feels like Pete gives me more of the I don't even know that I feel like I feel English from Pete. It feels more like a surfer dude accent, or a surfer dude twang when I hear Pete talk, or something like that, or like a hippie twang. I don't know, something of that nature. When I hear Pete, Martin for sure is a British man, but yeah, he just has that gnarly feeling to him, like hell yeah, dude. But he's just very he's more vocal than I guess the usual surfer guy would be. Surfer guys aren't super loud like Pete is, but it just gives me that twang. Hippie surfer, exactly. But like I said, he's just got a little bit more projection in his voice. He's very high energy based, which is, I actually love that about it. Like I said, I've always stated, and I will continue to state it, that Pete is one of the best vibe people I've had the privilege to play with in this community. Just because, he knows how to have a good time, how to have a fun time. He doesn't take things too serious. He's the right amount of hyped up without being too overly excessive. He can be loud when he needs to, but he can be quiet when he needs to. So I've always messed with Pete. Like I said, we haven't had the opportunity to really game or play much together besides the Among Us lobbies, but I've always enjoyed when Pete stabs you in Among Us, you know why. So yeah, huge shout out to Pete. Huge shout out to a lot of members of the community. You all have been freaking amazing, and including me in this community, and giving opening arms and welcomes to me creating content. And like I said, a lot of you come here even if I'm not doing Boom Beach stuff, so huge appreciation to that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Like I said, totally random stream. I know, like I said, it's not warships or any of that stuff, but I just thought, why not stream? I know some of you all are missing each other and all crazy because this right here, oh, hold on. This right here, why is this blue right now? Oh, because this right here is all grayed out and I can't hit it. And y'all are freaking out about it. That's right, I only made it 17. Don't hate on me. I parked way too early. But yeah. Just trying to do a little bit more streams. Are great for the off season. Yeah, and I know OP did a stream earlier in the week that I think more of us should do off season streams with random stuff. So I was super excited when OP presented that idea, or showed that idea that he had, that him and Stone kind of put together. I think that's such an amazing thing that, should be included more. Boom Beach shouldn't just strictly be a warships only thing. The content creators have so many more things that they can use and do. So huge shout out to OP and Stone for putting that together. So clear the archipelago. You got a good boost, man. I can't just drop and go troops with this account. That's kind of the problem. Look how messy. Like, this is how much I don't play this game consistently. Like, look how many people I have up. Half my resource bases are taken. Ironically enough, I know OP and them were talking about it. I'm actually fighting with every single one of these people. We have literally taken back these resource bases back to back to back. I know it says 2 days ago, but it was more than that. Like, I conquered these bases, and then the bases got conquered right back. So I actually am fighting for my resource bases still, ironically enough. I actually wanted to sign up for that, Kron, or Falcor, but the problem is, I think I'm going to be busy on Saturday in the beginning of the day. Or is it Sunday? Is that a Sunday thing? Is it Saturday or Sunday? Which day is he doing the Wheel of Warships? 100% Persephone. I'd love for Pete to do a Pokemon stream. Pete's gonna become a Pokemon streamer. 2 crabs? Are they back-to-back crabs? They're not back-to-back crabs, are they? Oh, they are, because the anniversary, right? Yeah, see if it's honestly, if it's any day. The problem is I have commitments in the middle of the days. I'm doing taxes on Saturday and possibly helping a family friend move on Saturday and Sunday, or family friends. So, but I would have loved to join the Wheel of Warships. So I definitely have to join it whenever they do it again. I got to get into one of these sessions as a contestant. I don't think I could do the Who Wants to Be a Warships Master, just because I don't have super great knowledge from the previous seasons, from what I've played, which I think is only 42 and up. So that one would kind of be hard, but I think I could at least do the Wheel of Warships one. I do play Pokemon, boss man. I actually do. It's been so long. I used to play Pokemon Unite religiously, the MOBA game that came out for it on Nintendo Switch. I used to love that game, and I used to play Pokemon like crazy when I was younger, so I'll have to get back into it at some point. Like I said, I plan on doing so many more games on the channel once we get a little bit more of a steady setup. So we'll see how that goes, I suppose. I don't see why he doesn't axe. I mean, what, especially during like these off seasons. If he's not busy, why not do like a little opening or something like that? Or if he games, I don't know if he does Pokemon gaming, but why not throw that on the channel and see how it does? See what kind of people he can get. I know to him this is kind of just like a random thing that he does, or a hobby, or whatever the case is, but I tell everybody in this content creation world, why not try different things? You know, why not give it a chance and see what happens on the channel? Like I said, there's this stigma that says that, you know, you kill your channel when you do variety on it and stuff like that. And I don't know that that's necessarily the case. Maybe it's why my channel hasn't like super blown up. But at the same time, if you enjoy something and you have the opportunity to share it and maybe connect with other people that enjoy it as well, why not do it? So I would go watch a Pokemon stream like crazy if Pete decided to do one. So I'd love to do a Nuzlocke, boss man. I've watched tons of Nuzlocks. Creators do Nuzlocks. I would have to figure out how to actually do it, because of course it's modded Pokemon, but I would love to do a Nuzlocke playthrough. That would be hella fun. A box break? That would be a fantastic idea, Kron. I agree. Like a box opening? Yeah, I definitely don't want it to be like you don't want to be like let's open a Pokemon pack every like 2 minutes for a 3-hour stream, you know, but a box break would be cool. Or oh, Kron, that's actually, you're right. That would be a good idea. Because I've seen that on other people's streams. People put, you know, in a pot of money and then be like, oh, this is my pack, or this is my box, and he'd open it. He would be the one that opens it and then sends the opens to the people who had, I guess, claimed the box or whatever. That's a great idea. You should definitely bring that up to him at some point, Kron. I think that'd be a fantastic idea. I've seen it before, and I think that'd be cool. Just a kind of a little fun thing. You can get the community involved and stuff like that. But yeah, even if it's not Pokemon cards, Like I said, if he enjoys gaming Pokemon, he could put that on his channel. I mean, there's tons of Pokemon gamers out there and stuff. See, that's what I'm saying. Ryan understands. See, Ryan likes other. I thought Ryan was just a boom beacher because he hates Clash, but see, Ryan enjoys some Pokemon. You just never know what type of content people are into. Like I said, I didn't realize so many boom beachers also played Clash, so it was great that the community, at least some of them, not everybody, but a decent amount of them were actually cool with, oh, Dark's putting Clash of Clans content on the channel. So that's exactly kind of what you never expected. I've had people talk about me with Pokemon stuff before in my chat, so maybe if I put Pokemon stuff, there'd be a small crowd or maybe a decent amount of people that'd be like, yeah, Pokemon, stuff like that. I wouldn't do the card opening shit. That shit's too expensive, but I could go play a Pokemon game on my stream, you know? That's the thing. I think we get too much in our heads as creators, Kron, that says, well, you know, my channel is only warships, or my channel is only this, or my channel is only that. So clearly there's not an audience to watch it, but you just never really know. Unless you sit here and talk to your stream and really get to know your stream or know the ins and outs, you never know. And maybe you spark something in somebody that says, huh, I didn't know about Pokemon before, which if you don't, you're under a rock. But watching, you know, Pete play or Pete open the cards, some people are like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. Like, oh, this is kind of addicting or whatever the case is. And then you get people interested in it. And then even if you don't get your existing audience, it doesn't mean that there's not a more expanding audience out there to do that with, you know? There are plenty of people that watch Pokemon and will enjoy it just because it's freaking Pokemon IP and it's the most expensive company in the world or whatever the case is. So, but yeah, I mean, I'll throw in money for that, Kron. I'm down for it. Like I said, if it's something we can get going, I will put some money to it, and I would love to watch a Pete doing an opening stream and something like that. I think that's such a cool ass idea, to be honest. So I forgot that that's like really a thing that people have done before, but I think it's smart. And Persephone said it best right there. Streams feel better when you're passionate about what you're doing it about. If you're just opening up your stream just to do it, just to kind of, you know, you got a job or whatever the case is, or you got to do stuff. And I'm not going to name particular people, but I feel like there are people in communities that do that stuff that are just like, this is how I get paid now, so I have to do stuff. When you're actually passionate about what you do, you know, that in and of itself kind of brings the kind of crowd that you'd hope it'd bring. You know, people get more interested because you're excited about it. I'm referring to Pete Bossman with the card openings. I would do Pokemon like game content on mine. I would never do openings on mine unless people want to throw in money in a pot for me. But I myself, I've collected Pokemon cards back when I was younger, and I have like some old cards. I should probably look through them and see if I have, you know, one of those $200,000 cards that they can sell or whatever. But I just can't afford a hobby like that anymore. I actually played Yu-Gi-Oh for a while too. Like 6 7 months ago, I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh through one of the games, online gaming, just because it's so much cheaper than going out and actually buying Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I think they look amazing. I'd love to be able to pursue that as a hobby, but it's just too expensive as a hobby. But yeah. Yeah, I think it's a global cooldown of like 2 minutes on the thing. Huge shout out to you, Axe. Huge shout out to everybody, honestly. Huge shout out to Ryan for always sharing my content out. Like when I'm doing random stuff, he always shares it out to channels, even better than I do myself. Honestly, it feels like every time I do a stream or put stuff out, Ryan is there to like support it, you know, even if it's like I said, I know he's not a huge Clash fan, but he like came by, chatted. So huge shout out to him. X Darby's always around a lot. Like I said, Falcor and me have engaged more recently now since we're clanmates, but Falcor's been amazing. He makes amazing content. So just huge shout out to all of you all in the community. You know, whether we've engaged more than just in the game, through Among Us, through whatever the case is, you guys are like truly an incredible community. I mean, the Boom Beach community, they say it all the time, but it's true. It's not a huge community, but it's one of the most, I think, tight communities gaming wise out there, honestly. You know, and I think yeah, just amazing stuff. And I know people were up in arms about the boom pass and all that stuff, but I think as a community they will get past that, and I think Boom Beach is going in the right direction. So, but yeah, you guys have been amazing with just my content in general and all that stuff. So, Falcor, what are you talking about right now? Oh, did you go on for your op pit? I'll check out your op pit, Tigers. What you did here? Damn, Tigers. Did you eat doo doo here? Well, we see what Tigers did here real quick. Using the critters to clear out those mines to give him a nice, easy walkthrough, hopefully, here. You know, my wife, I don't know why I said my wife, Persephone has been really enjoying those Telegram games, and I think she's trying to beat you in one of those games, Ryan. You have like some score or something that she was trying to beat. I probably totally exposed her there, but... Ooh, that laser beam is not going to be lovely to you, Tigers. You got to keep that sucker shocked. What's happening here? He's got a crap ton of riflemen out. Those laser beams are not nice, though. And you want to take care of that critter launcher. You don't want it to go too crazy. I think he's had it pretty much under control. Okay. Here I would have flared probably up, so that we could go for those last shield generators. Well, I guess it's the last one. There's two over there, but... And I guess at this point you just kind of ran out of GB, I suppose. Not a bad hit. I personally am more comfortable with coming from the right side. I don't know why. That's just kind of how I enjoy playing quick charge, but not too bad. Just a brute force hit, hoping that the riflemen kind of get the job done. I don't think you did anything wrong there. I think it was just a matter of you kind of have to break through. This is where I think someone had mentioned it in the task force, Tigers, and I'm not trying to call you out, but this is just me kind of putting out that information. I didn't mean to do that. Unpin that. I think what you're lacking on in these hits is that you have so much of this stuff here. And I know that you have like defending hammermen that you enjoy and stuff like that, but unless you're pushing VP, blue statues don't matter nearly as much as you think they are, even for defending hammermen. I as a player who don't even have max defenses on my maxed account, not on my maxed account, my H225, am able to 7-stage hammerman without a single blue statue. But these are so vital to being able to attack effectively in operations and stuff like that. Having that 2 extra TD statues would be amazing here for you. I mean, your troops would have been running through those defenses a lot quicker and probably giving you that oomph to get past that little, spot that you were a part of or whatever the case is. So, but like I said, I'm not here to tell you how to play. If you enjoy playing with your blue statues and whatever the case is, you can. But if I had to recommend, that's my recommendation to you, that the blue statues do not make a difference for you in any slightest. The PSC. I won't even talk about the PSC. What is your hate against RR, though, Ryan? That's the one thing I'll stand for. Don't you touch the resource reward statues. I mean, you really don't. It's funny that Ryan says that, though, because Tigers, you really don't need resource reward. You are literally a max level account. This is null void for you. You have maxed everything. There's nothing more this can do for you. Although I gotta respect that it's a 50%. So if it's a nostalgia feeling, I absolutely understand that. Yeah, but those 10 are Sugar just said it right as I was about to. Those 10s are more than zero. So you kind of just put them down, and then as they go through and you get new ones, you put them and you replace them and stuff like that. Because like I said, that's 10%, or if you boost them like you did here, that's 20% more that you didn't have on your attack. So just play the game. Just play the game. Ryan's uh advice for the day: just play the game. As long as you play the game, you don't need a resource reward. You're not wrong. That's just funny. But yeah, no hate, Tigers. I'm just trying to, that's just my advice, and clearly the advice of some other folks. But at the end of the day, you play the way you want to play, and nobody can tell you differently. Just, that's just the way I see it. Exactly. And Sugar said it right there. I mean, unless you're planning on pushing for the top 50 of the leaderboards, which is really the only place that you see people using blues that much. And honestly, I'm going to be frank with you. I thought I saw somebody right here. If ever comes a day that I decide to push the leaderboards, I'm going to do it without blues. I know it's super hard to do, but I plan on doing it without blues just because I enjoy offense so much more in this game, and really in any game I play. I'm the same way with Clash. Like, I would much rather get my offense up first than I would my defense, because it's so much more fun when you have like a good offense and you like clutch it up, destroy a base, maybe a hard base that an opponent has, or you solo a super hard base in an operation. You're like, damn, I did that stuff. It's so much better than being like, oh, my base held up against an attack. Who cares about that? It's probably more so that the person sucks than your base is actually good. Just saying, but Ryan over here. Ryan's holding a knife up like, you better drop that resource reward, Rick. Ron is the worst person. You are the person that causes the chaos. There you go. Ryan's a prime example. 1600 doesn't have any blues. And 100% Cron. There's just no joy in defending. Doesn't matter for me. Sugar makes an interesting point though. The joy of defending on warships, right? I don't know. Sometimes I feel disgusting if I have to sit there and watch somebody just literally not get a single ER. To me, I'm much more entertained by the fact of like who can get that victory, who is pressing forward and getting that stuff. And honestly, I'm a little sad that I didn't play the warship season more, because I actually was having a lot of fun on my offense only account. But I heard like by the end of the season, it was just everyone with 240 BH, and it's just like, what's the fun of that? But I know there are some people that went fully offensive and did very well. I think Kron was one of them. Weren't you doing an offensive account, Kron, or am I crazy? But yeah, to me, it's just so much more fun to use offense and like me be the skill difference in it all. 100%. I'm with you, Kron. I'm the same way. I'd rather pull off that crazy like snap. I did that hit and that person had 200 BH and 150 DBD, and I still managed to clear out their whole base or whatever the case is. So that to me is just so much more fun. Zedmon went full offense. I guess he did, didn't he? I don't know if I watched any of his warship stuff this season, unfortunately. I love Zedmod. Zedmod is part of my inspiration for making different types of content that's just more than warships, because I enjoy his content of just everything Boom Beach. Huge shout out to him, by the way. Tigers, the only way to get more stuff for your statues is just to play the game more. I know that sounds cliche and stupid, but it's just the truth. Make sure that you're doing your daily events, your Dr. T, and your imitation games on Fridays. Really, any of the stuff, I guess, besides defending Hammerman. And just clearing out bases. Mega Crab is super huge for stones as well. So when Mega Crab comes, actually go through all the stages and attack as much as you can, get as far as you can. Because basically every stage drops, you know, stones or fragments or crystals sometimes. So 100% Kron. That goes without a shadow of a doubt. Blaze says otherwise, but I agree with Kron. Zedmod does amazing stuff, so I enjoy his content. Like I said, I enjoy any content that's not just one directional or one dimensional content that's the only thing that you play. So huge shout out to all the variety individuals out there, which is pretty much, I think, everybody to some extent in the Boom Beach community. Like I said, I know their primary stuff is warships, but I mean, as you've seen, OP does Among Us, he does other stuff. Even these like game shows, even though they're warships oriented, is variety in of itself. It's not just here's warships and then you don't touch the game after that, you know? It's like playing other stuff, and to me that's good. That's how you get people. People don't want to just see warships in Boom Beach. If you want to get new players, you got to show them all aspects of the game. And yeah, some people are like, well, there's tons of videos out there. Yeah, from 10 years ago. Stuff, surprisingly, maybe not a lot, but stuff has changed. So give new players some starting point, I guess. A threshold, not a threshold. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I guess we'll just say starting point for them to kind of get a vibe of it. Tigers, there should be no reason as a max player that you only get to stage 30 or 40. Straight up. No way. You could, if your scorchers are maxed, and they should be, you could drop 16 scorches and get to stage 60 without probably dropping a single attack. Just doing that every single time. Just dropping 16 scorches, closing the game, and moving on. So if you're getting to stage 30 or 40, when this crab comes out tomorrow, you and I need to chat up. And, you know, I plan on streaming at some point the crab, so you can watch some of my hits or something. But there's just no reason that you shouldn't be able to get at least to 60 without any difficulty whatsoever. Yeah, Blazed over here showing off for this diamond trophies at HQ 20. Take it easy there, Bon. Take it easy there. I don't know about all that, but it isn't hard, though. I mean, my first diamond trophies I was getting at HQ 22, maybe 23. Honestly, this last crab, had I had a little more time, I could have got the diamond trophy for this account, which was 22 at the time, I think. So it's definitely plausible for a max level player to have no problem getting to diamond. Let me see your diamond. You really want me to call your ass out, don't you, Robert? Tigers. Yeah, what is this? What is this? What is this? Tell me your secrets. How do you manage to pull this off, Tigers? Is it time for you? Is it? You let me know. Tell me so I can help you, sir. Switch to any different types of troop combinations. Right. Yeah, I mean, there's just all kinds of different things you can try. You don't have to use mass troops every attack that you do. You know, like I said, 3 boats of Scorchers, 5 boats of Laser Rangers, Kavan, 3 times speed, and press second wind every, 2 to 3 seconds, and you're going to clear base. You're going to clear the levels. It's as simple as that. You know, like I said, or you do the 16 scorchers and no problem. Yeah, Ryan, when are you gonna get it on Discord? The day Ryan gets on Discord, no matter where that Discord is happening, if it's on a stream or in privately, someone better message me because I gotta hear what Ryan sounds like. I just have to know. This is exactly what Kron said. Flint is like Flint's over here acting like Ryan. We got some Clash of Clan haters over here. Yeah, this is the game that you know and love, Mr. Flint, Michigan. I am on Discord Tigers. I'd hope I am. Otherwise, how the hell have I been playing Among Us with those guys? Yeah, we've been going for almost 3 hours, Flint. I don't know how the hell we've been going for 3 hours. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I have done not all that much, I guess. We did do some war attacks and different stuff like that, but we've just been chatting. Like I said, this stream was strictly just to kind of engage with the community, just because I know there's not much else going on. I know there's not streams and stuff like that, so I'm just here to talk to y'all. So, and it's been fun. I'd say so. I hope everybody's been enjoying themselves. Miss Andromeda, speak of the lady herself, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. You know, I don't know, Andromeda. It feels like sometimes people get the notification, sometimes people don't. I tried to say that if you turn on all notifications, it would do it, but YouTube's discovery system is kind of trash. And it's just unfortunate because, you know, it doesn't push out the notifications. So it is what it is, though. You know, you say that, Andromeda, and it's funny because I told Ryan that I always appreciate him because he shares my stream more on Telegram than I ever will. I never remember. I don't share my stream on my Discord, Telegram. I have freaking Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. I don't share it on there. I should share my stuff more. That's the best way for people to find me, but it never crosses my mind until, you know, it feels like it's too late anyway. Like I said, that's why amazing people like Mr. Ryan J make it so much easier for me by being clutch as hell and doing that for me. So huge shout out once again to Mr. Ryan J for always sharing my streams and stuff like that. So it's all good. He's not required. He does it out of the kindness of his heart, Andromeda. He does it out of the kindness of his heart. I never want Ryan to feel like he has any obligation to be in any stream or to share any stream of mine. I know he does that out of the kindness of his heart just because he enjoys it and is a supporter of everybody in the Boom Beach community. So huge shout out to him. Like I said, if he never shares one of my streams again, that is totally okay too. So what do I think of your base, Robert? You want me to be honest with you, Robert? I'm going to be 100% Robert. I'm gonna be 100% Robert. I'm gonna be 100% honest. It doesn't matter to me. Your base design doesn't matter to me. If you'd like, I will show you that you could make this base 10 different ways and I will beat your base. And I probably could beat your base. Hold on. I could probably beat your base with warriors on a level 58 account. Or maybe Zukas, or whatever the case is. The base design in Boom Beach does not matter because the only thing that matters in this game is this building right here. If I can kill this building, you're over. You're done. I take your resources. Simple as that. So that's why I don't think of it. That's why I don't think much about base designs and all that stuff. As you can see, I never design my bases. I just don't have the time or care to. Because people that want to take out your base are going to take it out regardless. I love Flip Michigan's comment there. Ryan is just like in a super cell prison right now. It's like, you better like all this content, share it, message. They have him on like an NDA that says he always has to be a part of every piece of content that ever comes out with Boom Beach. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tiger's like, oh, a single bullet could take out your base. So it's cool if you can get defends every once in a while. Ironically enough, even on this account, and I probably don't have any right now. Yeah, right here. Every now and again, once in a blue moon, on a fully offensive account that's a freaking joke laid out, I get a defense. It's cool when it happens. I'm like, oh, neat. But I don't ever believe that any base design I ever use is ever going to be good enough. So Ryan is a different beast when it comes to the Boom Beach. I'm not honestly. I'm not even sure there's another excuse me, fan of a game that is as large as Ryan is. And I mean that in the most respectful, you rock way in general. Because it's just the truth. Like, I honestly don't know if there's a bigger fan of a game than Ryan, who, from the official stuff to the creators of the game to small to large to whatever, he is there to support it. And it's amazing stuff. Right on time for that statue. Let's ready to do a rescue mission. Save Dark from what? Okay, does the statue about shards help or not enough? Are you talking about the idols that are made out of shards? Hell no, don't put those shits down on your goddamn base. You're a max level player. You better stop with that nonsense. If that's what you're asking me, Tigers. Flint lives with the PSC in his life. I don't remember the last time I had a PSC statue on my base. Probably when I was like HQ 8, 9 was probably the last time I ever touched a PSC statue because I needed a filler and it was better than having a blue or a green. I don't use Power Stone Chance. It doesn't help enough in my opinion. Hopefully that day doesn't come for many, many more years, Ryan. Straight up. This game's already been around 10 years. Clash has been around for 12, 13 years, so clearly Supercell is highly capable of doing it. There are plenty of games that have been around for a long time, so as long as you guys in the community, and even, I say you guys, but you guys have to understand, you're probably part of like 1%, if not less, of the community. You guys are amazing, of course, but the truth is that us folks that create content, and I guess even the community that's vocal like you guys, have to continue to push and press this game and present it in a way that brings new people, because the truth is that the 99% of players don't come on streams, don't chat on people's streams, aren't part of the Telegram groups and stuff like that, but they are the ones that keep the game alive. So as much as we like to think like we're all the Boom Beach community, we're not. We're small, and I imagine such a tiny fraction, smaller than we'll probably ever know, of people that keep this game going and that pay money and all that stuff. So as long as we continue to show love and put love in this game and keep it going and getting new players to come and play it, you know, I think this game will be around for at least a little bit longer, you know. Yeah, it's and as Andromeda says, even if the game does one day shut down, you can all congregate to another game. Like I said, we'll figure it out. Y'all are part of these community group messages and Telegram and Discord and all that stuff. So there'll always be something out there that I'm sure people can find a way to commute to, or whatever the case is, and still create this amazing community. And maybe, like I said, Among Us is a prime example of that it's not Boom Beach, but a bunch of people enjoyed it, a bunch of people were invested in it, and people loved coming and chatting in the streams and stuff like that. So Yeah, I do need to make that boom command. Oh, excuse me. Oh. But yeah, such an amazing thing that people can come together and not just be strictly Boom Beach. Like I said, I know a lot of you guys, especially in the Telegram groups and stuff like that, like chat and Discords and hang out and all that stuff. Alrighty. I don't know about y'all. I apologize because I'm eating. I still haven't finished my food, which is super cold, and I'm gonna have to heat up. This, in my opinion, has been one of my most favorite streams. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. And I didn't do much. Like I said, we were just here chatting for a lot of it, and I've truly enjoyed it. Like I said, it's been fun chatting with y'all and shooting the shit and talking about anything and everything from under the sun, whether it's talking about games or other random stuff or whatever the case is. So, huge appreciation to y'all. Yo, Dark, what are your thoughts about the upcoming update? I am glad you asked that, Mr. Dino. You're referring to the Boom Pass, I imagine, and all that stuff, correct? You, McDonald's cold. Yeah, I know. I gotta heat that crap up. Oh, for sure, Ryan. You didn't miss most of it, you know. Like I said, there's always a VOD to go back to, and like I said, I will always find a way to find a random stream to do. Like I said, if people watch the stream and are cool with me just sitting here shooting the shit, then I'm totally down with it. This won't be the only stream that we shoot the shit, I'll tell you that much. Like I said, I can literally just play a little bit of a game and I have a game playing in the background, or like I said, this could be like my way of like showing off an operation or a clan war and just letting those hits go on in the background as I'm just sitting here chatting to you guys. So true, Tigers. By the way, Dino, I imagine you're asking about the Boom Pass. I was talking I'm dying because I need water. I was talking in the OP stream pretty heavily when he had that stream about it. I'm excited for it. And I'm going to be honest with you. Right here, you'll see. Hold on. I'm pretty much a maxed account. Like I said, I have other accounts that aren't maxed, but for the most part, this account, with the exception of defenses, is maxed. And I'm not in a rush to max this account. I'm not going to have anything pushed for it. Whatever the case is, all my offense, in my opinion, the game's pretty much over. All my offense is maxed out. And to me, that's pretty much the end goal for it. I have all my statues, my 12, or whatever the case is. So the Boom Pass doesn't have any effect on me, besides cool cosmetic shit, which I enjoy. But I see the Boom Pass for what it can create for the game. And that is bringing in new players, which I have always, you guys know if you've ever watched any of my content, have preached. Bringing in and showing this light to new people and stuff like that. And I've seen it because I've had people from the Clash community that have never played Boom Beach like, hey, is Boom Beach cool? I know you do Boom Beach content on your channel. You know, I'm like, check it out, give it a try. It's similar. Come look at it. And I have people in my mini task force that are from the Clash community that came over and decided to play with us, and it's been fun playing with them and teaching them stuff like that. I care more so about more players coming and keeping these games alive and going and making them better, because more money and more revenue comes into the game. So, and intact, I'm in the positive aspect that if Supercell gets more money or Boom Beach gets more money, that they put more love and more into the game because they'll have the resources to do so. So I'm all for the Boom Pass. Do I believe they should do some type of deal with it, with like an IT mix into it? Yes. I think that's my only gripe with the situation of it. Is it suck for you guys that are max players? Yeah, you know, you guys aren't going to get much out of it unless you're a cosmetic freak like I am, because I'll get the tank and the island stuff and whatever else they do. I'm cool with it. I've always wanted skins and stuff like that. But as a max player, it's not going to do much for you. But like I said, I'm not the only person that plays this game, and I don't want to be the only person that plays this game. I want this game to be available to more people and for more people to get into it and enjoy it. So that's what I see it as. Flint, Michigan, that's insane. Exactly, Kron. And more people should. I don't know why people don't just sit here and talk about all that stuff. Like I said, I love Falcor's way of doing it, where when the season over, he kind of just does his little video that talks about all of the stuff. So for you guys that are enjoy warships, you can talk about who got hired, who's on the leaderboards, who might have surprised you, some of that stuff. Maybe you guys can bring a couple people on stream that played the warships, and y'all can kind of do like a post season talk about it, whatever the case is. That's just the way I see it. Someone took down the one you screwed up on the op. Huh? No, someone took out Chimera. Yeah, this guy is a hopper. Tigers who actually was in the clan for a little while and then bounced away for like a month, and now he's back on this one solo account. But I appreciate him. He's a good player. So huge shout out to him. I'll take some hoppers every now and again. That'll help us finish ops. So they got to tweak the pass, like how Clash involves all sides of the game, and the pass involve warships and maybe a new Task Force v Task Force mode. Oh, 100%. And I'm not saying that this is the end all be all of it. You can't just throw, a little bit of friggin' polish on a turd and call it, good to go or whatever the case. Even though Boom Beach isn't a turd, but it's kind of my weird analogy to it. There's more that needs to be done to this game. And there's so much more that they can do with this game. I would love to see some type of Task Force v Task Force. And of course, I don't think it would work in the same clan war as sense that Clash Clans would work. But like I said, you give two Task Force an operation and you see if they can take down the operation, who can take it down in less hits or whatever the case is, or however they want to do that system. There's a way to do it if you ask me. I'd have to think about it more. More troops, or if not a hero, whatever the case is. I want to see more of that stuff in the game. There's so much more expansion you can do, and you can make Boom Beach its own little universe. Like I said, if they had the front lines, I think is what it was called, that game, they should have brought some of those troops. I know they had a jetpack troop or whatever the case is. They should bring some of those troops over and make a Boom Beach universe that can expand, so to say. Can the task force see your warship and be able to help you? At 100% can, Robert. Um, and I just got my reward here. Sweet. But yeah, you just simply go to the leaderboard, the task force, and then you can visit the warship. So for instance, I can visit your warship right here, Mr. Robert, and I can see it. Can't see what your pathing is necessarily, but I mean, I can see kind of what your troop boosts are and what your layout looks like and all that stuff. Yeah, it's what I think either Kron or Falcor was saying that earlier, Bossman. Like, we build our ultimate operation or something like that, and then other task force have to try to take it down, or, a couple bases from the different level of operations, and then we can kind of move the defenses and kind of make hopefully this cool layout that other task force have, only so many chances to beat it. You make like so for instance, we can say like we'll use a deep cut in an instance. We have 7 bases here, and we can make bases from like easy to hard in an instance. So it can go from like a base that you'd find down in like an operation like Stronghold, that's the only one I can remember, or Foxtrot, and then build upon itself, and then this last base, considered the core base, could be like a base somewhat like Duplexity. And I think Duplexity might be a little bit too far to go, but we can just say that. And the whole point is your task force, much like a normal operation, could go through and use one attack or 2 attacks and have to try to take out those 7 bases that were generated and created and edited by that task force. And then of course at the end of the season, you can get a rank or some rewards from it or something like that. And I think that's, like I said, a very conceptual way of looking at it, much like how Clash does their stuff. I think that'd be a great idea. I don't know how easy it is on the engine that they run, but I mean, every time Boom Beach tells me that they can't do something, I kind of just look at Clash and say, this game is older than you guys, and they're still making new shit happen. So if it's, you have to get on another type of engine or whatever the case is to be able to make these things, make it happen. Like, what can we as your community help and do for you to make that stuff happen? Because we want to see this game just accelerate and continue for another 10 years. What if we had two islands? That'd be awesome. 100%, you know. That's exactly what we've been talking about. That it just it there's needs to be something that gives task force more to do with themselves, whether that's task force v task force or some event that your task force does together that's more than just operations, because right now that's all task force are made for. Everyone just goes in there, does their one operation attack, and then goes and f's off and does whatever they want to for the rest of the day. Sometimes your task force is somewhat social, you know. I think ours is okay, a little bit quieter nowadays, but and I'm sure Sugar Ship, they're pretty vocal over there, or you know, very talkative. But a lot of task force are literally just attack base done, and you go and move on with the rest of your day. Give a more social aspect to this game, bringing people back so they're chatting with their buddies or their task force members and coordinating to create some, you know, awesome attacks or whatever the case is. That's more than just operations. That's the way I see it. I would want to see an overhaul in task force in general. Like I said, there's so many different things, and I always have to bring it back because they're similar but different games with Clash. You have clan games, you have clan war leagues, you have Capital Hall, you have clan wars. You have four different aspects, and then you can talk to your clan about different stuff and help them out and all that stuff. Plus, you have all of those things that requires you guys to collaborate and form a bigger goal and stuff like that. So, to me, it feels like a much more social aspect than Boom Beach does. I honestly couldn't tell you, Flint. It's entirely possible, sure. Like I said, I'm not a coder per se, but it's it's not impossible to build on top of code. Is it hard? Yes, it's not impossible though. Like I said, I'm not super versed with coding, and like I said, I can't claim that I'm like some master coder, but working in the field that I work into, I've dabbled with it, and I know it's a possibility. Would it be easy? No, and it's probably a whole ass overhaul that they probably just think isn't worth their time. But if you ask me, why not? Like, if your plan is, or maybe they can't see out that far. Maybe, you know, they only have a 2 year plan and they don't have a 5 or 10 year plan. So they're like, we're not sure this game will still be alive in 5 years. They don't want to put, you know, money and resources into it if they could go put that money and resources in other Boom Beach or not Supercell games. So, but I don't know. Exactly, Kron. I mean, they say they can't do stuff, and then they end up doing stuff. I'm sure people didn't think a Boom Pass would ever get into this game, and for the longest time, they never talked. They always talked about cosmetics not being a possibility, and here they are. So clearly, there is a way to do it. Is it time consuming? Sure. Could they focus their stuff on other things? I suppose. But at the same time, if the only, and maybe this is partially the community's fault, if the only thing that they're ever focused on is just what the next warship season looks like, um, then eventually you're gonna slowly kill your game, and that's kind of just the only aspect that brings people. You're gonna have your core community, sure, but um, the less exciting it is for new players to get into, engage into it, or max players that don't like warships can't continue to progress or get something more. It's like they're like, okay, I'm done with this game. Cool. Bullet already flies. Oh, 100% 100% Flint. And I'm not hating on the Boom Beach devs by any means. Like I said, I don't have any obligation to say good things about them. Like I said, I'm not a partner with them. I'd love to be. Besides the point, I'm not saying they're doing bad. Like I said, I've enjoyed this game from the quality of life changes and some of the changes they made since I've been here. I feel like they've been amazing. And like I said, I think this Boom Pass and the Mythical Monument or whatever the heck it's gonna be are gonna be good and fun into their own right. Just don't stop and let this 10-year anniversary be like your big grand reveal and you're like, oh wow, yeah, that's it. And then just like not give anything else for 6+ months or whatever like that. Keep building upon it. Give them something to, You know, you put a little bit of bait out there and you got people somewhat excited, or people talking, whether it's good or bad. At least the community's talking about, oh snap, what's coming to the game. Some are like, this shit sucks, but it's giving something to talk about. Continue to build upon that. You got the attention of the Boom Beach community, and hopefully communities from, you know, other games and stuff like that. Build upon it. You got the ball rolling. Keep rolling with it. Could have troops that go underground. I have those in Clash of Clan. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that would be cool. An underground troop, something that could kind of get away from certain things. Sure. Yeah, and I think that kind of left a bad taste in some people's mouths. Flint is it took so long for them to do stuff. You know, it felt like the game had reached its overall peak, and it was like, all right, now we just kind of wait for the community to die out. But then they started to build upon stuff, and new stuff came out, and it was like, oh, this game is not dead. 100% Kron. I am 100% behind that statement. So I had a lot to say. I know Zedmont said a video about it, Andromeda. I know Skull did. I know OP had his stream. Like I said, if I think people saw bad feedback and thought that that was the only feedback, and it's impossible for us to fully know. But often in any game, and this isn't just Boom Beach exclusive, this is any game, the vocal minority makes it seem like perception is reality, because that vocal minority is the ones out there that says this update sucks, it's a money grab, Supercell just wants money, they don't care about Boom Beach, this game's dead. And that's all we see as the negativity, as compared to people like myself who aren't like super vocal and on all kinds of crazy social media. But yeah, it's a cool update to me, sure. If it's gonna bring in some money for them and they can do something with it and start to cooler updates and stuff like that, cool. And I'm excited about the cosmetic aspects of it. I want skins in this game. I truly believe, people say you can't put skins on these tiny ass things. You could put some goddamn skins on these things. You may not be able to see them and they might not be worth all that much, but I would love to see something done to, even if it's small. Like I said, I think someone had said, if nothing else, change the colors of them. That's cool enough for me. Give me something. I want to see something. I want to feel different. I like to be different. So, Flint, Michigan with the cake. That cake thick. I met Zenmont talked about how they weren't really going to breathe life into the game, but the new dev team and people keeping up with the game are what keeps it going. That's fair. Are you saying they don't want to push this game forward? They just want to keep it alive? Oh, you meant to say dark. True, Tigers, but that's all games. That's not even a Boom Beach exclusive. That's just all games. People will always be vocal and complain about shenanigans. That's true too, Kron. The Admiral Key being added to that pass, I think it would be cool. You get all kinds of things plus the Admiral Key, so maybe some more you guys can stomp some more warships noobs. I see what you're saying, Andromeda. Yeah, like I said, I think the community pushed past that, oh, this game is dead point. It maybe now, fingers crossed, the hope is that when Supercell has those big meetings and they're done talking about their three head games, friggin' Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, and Brawl Stars, little guy Boom Beach is like, well, our community player base is building up a little bit. And then Supercell's like, maybe we'll put a little bit of money in you guys. So hopefully that's what's happening at those meetings, and hopefully that can kind of build upon and continue to go. 100% Kron. Like I said, I'm curious to see what more they can add to it, and I would love, if nothing else, cool different cosmetics and stuff. I think would be cool. They can't even respond to the reports. What reports are you referring to? Do you know? I'm sure. I'm sure every company feels that way, Flint. So like I said, I don't know if you guys, you probably don't. Pokemon Unite is a mobile game that's out on the Switch for the Pokemon IP, and honestly, I'm sure those devs are probably like, why the hell are they still playing this game? The amount of complaints that game gets and all the flack it gets for all of its disappointing things that happens in it and all kinds of other crazy stuff. If anybody ever knows anything about that community, it's insane over there. But people still love playing that game, and people are going to continue to love to play that game until its server shut down. And hopefully Pokemon continues to kind of push stuff into it. They are, but it's just so funny to see like people that are diehard about games will continue to play those games. You just have to keep giving them at least something. This is still a small community, Tigers, of people that stream this game. But no, absolutely. I mean, any content creator for any game is helping in some extent, sure. Exactly, Andromeda. What's the next game to stream? Dino, the next stream will be Saturday for us, and that game is going to be Overcooked All You Can Eat, or Overcooked 2, however you want to talk about. It is the co-op game that Persephone and I are going to be playing. The community chose it. If you guys don't like it, you should have voted more. And we're going to have two special guests. Hopefully, like I said, I don't want to promise it because stuff happens, but we have two special guests that will be joining us because it is a 4-player co-op game. And if they do come through, it's going to be a huge blast. If they don't, though, me and Persephone are still going to make it a blast for you guys because we're content machines. And I love playing games with Persephone in a non competitive sense because she knows that I'm not great when it comes to competitive gaming and playing with her. But games that we're just playing for content and to have fun, I enjoy playing with her. No heavy stuff, nothing crazy. I might get a little bit pumped up during this stream, just because we're gonna be real fast and you have to make food orders and all that stuff. And if you mess up, you lose the game or something happens. So I might be a little bit more anal than I was for It Takes Two, but it should be fun. Do you know what time you're streaming? 9 to 9:30 p.m. EST on Saturday. You're gonna pick on the new people if they show up. I doubt it, boss man. It's so true, Cron. They're trying to actively kill this game. This season was like people spending like $200 on. It probably wasn't $200. It's probably like $50, but still, that's a lot of money. Spending $50 on this warship season just so they can switch their multi nodes 5 freaking times. Tigers, I don't know if we're playing Among Us this weekend. I don't know anything about it. I mean, if it's something that they do, then it's something they do. But I tried to make Saturday a good day because it's what worked best for all parties that I asked about it. So if it conflicts and they decide to do an Among Us stream, then that kind of sucks. And, you guys choose to watch what you guys want to watch. So no, I can't hate on anybody who wants to stream it and do that content. Yeah. Persephone said it best. I'm going to turn to Gordon Ramsay. Let's sit there and be like, what are you? An idiot sandwich. You donkeys. You're supposed to put the lettuce in that burger. Saturday, Andromeda. I know you enjoy the variety. Will be our next co-op game with Persephone, myself, and two special guests, hopefully. And it will be Overcooked All You Can Eat. Always, boss man. You are always invited, sir. I live for the day that I can finally talk to you. Like I said, we've known each other for almost a year now, boss man. Isn't that crazy to think about? Probably 2 or 3 months, it'll be a year. Such an insane thing. We went from Boom Beach, from that shitty old task force that's dead now, that I don't even remember the name of anymore, to creating the Supernova Task Force, to creating a clan in Clash of Clans, to, like I said, you are Ryan in a sense for my content and just for my journey in general. You've always been there, sticking around as a real friend, and I appreciate that. So hopefully, and maybe someday, if the stars align, I could meet you in person. Like I said, that's probably super weird to say, but like I said, you've been around for a long time, so I really appreciate you, boss man. I do cook stuff in real life, and it is a game about cooking stuff. Yes, thank you for pointing out, Ryan. Yes, Tiago also has a stream going on tomorrow, so I know you guys are gonna be itching and wanting to chat and chill. Tiago is gonna be having a music stream tomorrow. I will be there. You all should be there. Oh, there's his channel right there. It should be a fun time. Tiago always makes amazing music, and I always love hanging out with that. And like I said, I know all the Boom Beach lovers and community love hanging out in there, just chilling and jamming it up. He always plays some banger music, some oldie stuff, maybe some new stuff, but much fun to Mr. Tiago Rookie. Of course, Saturday and Sunday you have OP in the day that'll be doing his Wheel of Warships and Wheel of War, all that good stuff that he's doing. So make sure you go check out that stuff. So Persephone's exposing me. Dark, what's your best 5 games of all time? I don't know if I can tell you my best 5, but I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell you 3. My all time favorite game, and no one can tell me otherwise, is the original Last of Us. It is, in my opinion, the greatest masterpiece of gaming and cinematics ever. The first Last of Us told a story that made me cry and was just an amazing game through and through. I am a sucker for the zombie genre and the post-apocalyptic genre feel of it, but it gave a true story. To me, it was way above its time, and I don't think that Naughty Dog will ever make a game quite like that. The second one was good, but I don't think it could have ever beaten its predecessor, and I don't know that it ever needed that, to be honest. It was such an amazing game. I'm a huge fan of the Kingdom Hearts series. Square Enix makes amazing games, and Final Fantasy series. Any of those games are amazing. My favorite Final Fantasy is 12 or 7. 7's kind of a caveat, not a caveat. It's a sellout or whatever the case is. So 12 is probably my favorite Final Fantasy. Kingdom Hearts, probably 2 is my favorite personally. I just love the way those mechanics worked in that game. It was super cool. So, but I think that's like my top 3-ish games that I would say. And I've always been a fan of shooters and stuff like that. So, Dark, can you use RCM to clear your map? You think all bases? Oh yeah, 100% Flint. I won't do it right now, but I could. I'll make you a promise, Flint. One of these streams, one of these days, I will use RCCM to clear out all my bases, and I'll probably do it unboosted without any issues. I enjoy the mass troops and stuff like that in Boom Beach. I think it's just fun. I don't, if I don't have to use these clunky troops, I won't. I enjoy having some fun doing those troops that you're like, can those really make it happen? Sure, why not? I watched that on YouTube. What did you watch on YouTube, Andromeda? What's your name? What's the name? The name of what? Oh, are you talking about the game I was talking about? The Last of Us. It was a PlayStation game. I think it eventually went to PC, but it is a PlayStation game first off. PlayStation 3, if I'm not mistaken. Nah, that game was about, I guess spoiler alert, his daughter ended up dying in the very first scene of it. And it's about a guy and a girl who are going through a post-apocalyptic world that's been taken over by a fungi that's basically turned people into zombies and the undead. And this journey is about a guy who has to take this girl, who I guess is the savior of humanity, all the way across the United States and stuff like that. And they go through this whole journey and all that stuff. It's an amazing game. Look it up. It's called The Last of Us. And I think they did a remastered version that's on the PS4 and possibly the PS5. If you guys play it, let me know how much you enjoyed it. And if you said you didn't enjoy it, then you suck. Because that game is just amazing. I did play Age of Empires at one point, Tigers. It's been so long since I played that game. I love my shooter games too, don't get me wrong. I played plenty of shooter games. I used to be a huge COD fanatic. I was a Fortnite kid, even though I wasn't a kid at the time when that came out, before it got really crazy and stupid. Um, Rainbow Six, all that stuff. I've had my fair share. Halo was amazing at one point, stuff like that. So based off a real fun guy, that's exactly right. Yes, Dino, you're 100% right. I did watch the show, Persephone. I did. We loved it. Thought it was a great show. I know some people complain about certain parts of it. I thought it was a fantastic show. I thought it did a really, it did justice to the game in and of itself. And if you guys don't play the game, I definitely suggest watching that show. It's on HBO, or I guess it's called Max now. That I think really does justice to the game and tells a beautiful story. So Sam Andromeda, I can't even keep up with those games anymore. They're still doing them like damn near every year, it feels like. But every now and again, it's fun to play them. I played COD last week when we were drinking after the Super Bowl. I think it was me and a couple buddies jumped on and we were playing in the uh like in a LAN party. In a on one screen we were playing with like split screen, and it brought back the nostalgia of back when I was like 14, 13, 15, whatever the age was, with me and my buddies on like a giant 60-inch TV playing Halo with all of our four little corners shooting the crap out of each other. Such a fun time in my life. Stuff was so much more simpler back then. Chris is a co-leader, and he's one of my right-hand mans that's still very active in the game, so he does do a lot for the task force. So if Chris is looking to help you out and do stuff like that, he means well with it. I very much put a lot of trust in Chris. I never watched the Halo series, Andromeda. I wish I did, and I'll probably watch it eventually, but I heard it was pretty good. Also, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the show, and why am I drawing a blank on what universe it is? Is it the League universe? I think it's the League universe. That show Arcane is another amazing show that apparently that I've never had the chance to watch. If anybody here is a League head, might be a little bit too young for some of y'all, but oh, Andromeda actually watches it. We're not that far apart in age though. But yeah, that's a great show. If you guys enjoy more animated shows and stuff like that. It is already 9 o'clock. All right, folks. I've enjoyed this. I already said it, but I'm going to say it again. It's 9 o'clock, and I've been talking, shooting the crap for almost 4 hours here. So I should probably get going, get my kids ready for bed and all that stuff. We got to do this again. Whether it's off season, whether it's just a random day where people just aren't doing much, I'd love to do this again. But I've enjoyed it. Like I said, it's been a whole blast, and I appreciate y'all for sticking around. Some people have been here for damn near the whole stream, even when I haven't been doing shit. So, huge shout out to y'all. Like I said, a couple shout outs. Mr. Tiago Rookie. We're going to start from, I guess, what's happening earliest to what's happening latest, I suppose. Mr. Tiago Rookie is going to be doing a stream tomorrow, a music stream. I don't know the time. If you guys don't know who he is, the channel can be shouted out by putting exclamation rookie here. Go subscribe to it. Turn on those bell notifications. Make sure you guys are there, or you're freaking squares, because it's going to be a jam party. It's going to be lovely. All of you guys who love chatting with each other, you guys can chat more there, all that good stuff. I myself will be there. I'm sure Persephone will be there, all that good stuff. So if you're strictly from my community and don't know who he is, I highly suggest going to check him out. He does Boom Beach content and music content. Mr. Op Destroy, or as I like to call him, Uncle Op Destroy, is doing the Wheel of Warships and Who Wants to Be a Warship Master, I think is what the other one is called, at some point this weekend. I can't remember the exact timeline. Someone could probably put it in the chat as well. I do also have an OP command. I'm pretty sure you all are subscribed to him, but in case you're not, go check him out as well. He's going to be making that wonderful, amazing content that's more revolved around Boom Beach, because y'all enjoy that stuff, whatever the case is. And then Saturday, last but most certainly not least, we're going to be doing a co-op stream. Persephone and I, parentheses, 2 other guests, not guaranteed, we'll be doing Overcooked All You Can Eat. It is going to be our next co-op game. I know you guys have missed the co-op content because some of y'all were like, oh my god, what are we going to do now that the It Takes Two of Us is over? There will be content coming out Saturday for y'all. I don't know how many episodes that series will be. I don't know if it's a one and done game. Probably not. We'll try to make it two. Like I said, I guess it just depends on the people's schedule and all that stuff. But yeah, stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. If you're not, turn on those bell notifications. Make sure you double tap, uppercut, full on Superman punch the like button. Subscribe to the channel as usual. And you all have been wonderful. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, day, afternoon, evening, night. If you're going to bed, mwah, good night, sweet dreams. You all have a wonderful time. As always, there's only one way we know how to say goodbye on this channel. I am the resident dweller of the underworld, the casual player's player, the David to Max Player's Goliath, and I will catch you all very, very soon. Dark Anubis, peace out. Let me chat on my own damn freaking thing. Y'all take care. Bye. Y'all amazing.